Oh, this is going well. Well, that was a very big letdown, as you can probably tell. Welcome to Scotland on the newly released Speyside route.
Ahoy!
Ahoy, matey! And James has literally just arrived.
Did I miss it?
Yes, you missed the bagpipes, James.
Oh my god! Oh, you're on the stream. I'm gonna watch it on the stream.
It looked like I was having a fight with an octopus. So anyway, yeah, it was terrible, wasn't it? I tried to do something Scottish. So, welcome to the Speyside line. We're going to be driving the Caledonian Railway 439 class from Caledonia Works. Just minimised it.
Hold on.
I was requested to use a certain coach formation, however, I couldn't quite get it right. So I've used the LMS
Shocker.
Period 1 or P1 coaches from Matrix Trains. It's as close as I'm going to get for this formation. But
That's
hey
just 'cause you
ho.
couldn't be bothered, isn't it, Reese? That's what it is.
What?
Just because you couldn't be bothered. That's the real reason.
Well, I couldn't find an appropriately liveried Mark 1. Shut up, James. Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah, Reese, I've got all my stuff showing now, I think.
Have you?
It's weird. Yeah, literally, the Isle of Wight just decided to uninstall itself.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I've just had to go into Steam and like untick it and then re-tick it and then make it all download all over again. But
Right.
yeah, I've got everything appearing now, finally. I don't know what to drive though. I don't know if you even have a scenario. I'm just sat here in the scenario editor thinking about what to do. I don't know.
Well, I'm just setting off from Boat of Garten.
Well, screw you. I'm here at Dufftown.
Oh, you starting at the opposite end?
Yeah.
So I guess we're doing an almost like multiplayer run.
I suppose so, in a roundabout way.
What's the speed limit here? 20 miles an hour.
Not to you, Reese. Just hello. Oh, he said hi to Reese earlier. Okay, fair cop. All right, fair enough.
Who said that?
Neil did. Come on, listen to me when I'm talking. Gee.
Yeah, but you dipped out for a moment.
Oh yeah.
You did.
Blame someone else.
Okay, I'll blame who's in the chat right now. Let's blame Nathan. Nathaniel Kempson Productions 2014. It's Nathan's fault.
To be fair, everything is Nathan's fault.
Yeah, it is. It's on Wikipedia and everything. Literally, if it's something wrong, blame Nathan. So, for those of you wondering about this route, it was made by Signalbox. They are, I believe, a relatively newcomer to the world of train sim. It's actually...
No, they're not.
They're not. Okay, I'm talking through my arse then. That's going well. But this is the first product that I've seen from them. It's not actually a product because you don't buy it. It's a freeware route. But yeah, it is quite nice. From what I've driven so far, I do like it quite a lot. I was speaking with one of the lads earlier from Caledonia Works, Glenn, and he was showing me to use the Cali 439 class with these two coaches as a general stopping passenger service. So that's what we'll be doing today. We're going to do a full round trip from Boat of Garten all the way to Dufftown. The line itself on this route does go further, but it's not detailed. So I believe in the future they'll be finishing that off and doing an extension for the route, but we won't be driving it. Oh, let me just get a can of Pepsi Max out the fridge.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Have you actually got a mini fridge next to your desk?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you legend. I've been wanting to do that for ages.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work when I move back to Wales though, because the wife isn't going to let me have it.
Oh, really?
So it might have to go in my workshop.
Oh dear.
But we'll see.
I'm not sure what to drive.
So Chris McBride is saying the Speyside Preserved Railway runs from Avemore to Boat of Garten. That's interesting.
Isn't it like Aviemore or something?
Avemore, it might be. Avemore,
From
Avemore.
memory.
Probably is.
I'm thinking maybe a pannier tank or a 4200.
Something Great Western.
Yeah, Reese, why are you wrong roading?
Because it's a single branch line.
Is it? Where does the other line go?
That's a separate single branch line.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember someone
Take your wrong
it's
roading.
in the chat. Thomas
Shove it
Palmer.
up your ass.
Yeah, well, shove it up your ass, Thomas Palmer. I remember someone explaining that there was there was a junction like that on this route. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's like two separate single branch lines, but they just happen to run side by side. I mean, The thing is, you could, I suppose, make it a double track line, but you'd have to have another set of points and another signal section. So, for the sake of doing that, when it's still two separate branches, I don't know whether they would bother, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, T-Bone is saying apparently it is Aviemore.
Yep. I still haven't decided what to drive yet.
Jake Taylor is saying driver class 26.
No.
There you go, Jake. That's what he thinks of that. Of course, my passenger head-out view is right at the back, away from the locomotive. I always find that whenever I want to lean out the coach window to just listen to the train rolling, my character is like away at the back. If that makes sense.
It's AVIE more. What?
Nathan is saying, if I ever do get round to making a traction engine, would I live stream it? Well, Nathan, it's funny you mention that because I do plan on buying and building a Burrell 4-inch traction engine.
What, an FTW one?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, be prepared to either send lots of parts back or to be doing lots of improvement works.
Well, we'll have to wait and see with that one because I'm not exactly a skilled machinist. I can do basic machining, but I wouldn't call myself skilled in any way. So, we'll see. But yeah, I do plan on building a traction engine, but I don't expect that it'll be a regular thing. It'll be like I buy one kit and then probably wait for like a month or two. I mean, I'm not planning to do it for at least 2 years. Maybe when I'm on my new wage bracket when I become qualified, which will be significantly more than what I've been on for the last few years. So can't wait for that. When I qualify as a pilot, my wages pretty much go up from about £27,000 a year to about 48 to 52,000.
Sexy.
And then in a few years' time, they'll go up again. And then eventually, after about 10 years, when I'm at the sort of top end of the game, I'll be on about 70 to 80,000.
Excellent. So basically, you'd be able to commission someone else to make your Railwork series for you. So Over the Hills might actually get finished by then.
Yeah, I'll just pay someone else to do it for me. I'll put Over the Hills out to tender, see what people come up with.
Still haven't chosen something to drive.
All right, I'll choose something for you. Great Western Hall.
No.
Why?
Because they're old and crap.
Well, yeah, they are actually. All right. 7200 class tank.
No.
Why?
Too big.
How about the newly released Victory Works J21?
No.
Why?
Don't have it.
Neither do I. To be fair, it's I didn't pre-order it and I haven't bought it, and it's not because I don't like it or anything. It's just because I haven't got round to doing it yet.
My god!
Oh my god!
This must be me. Is this the one with me in it?
What are you on about?
With me in it. San Juan. Is this the episode with me in it? Yes! I've just debuted in San Juan branch line. Yay! And they haven't even told me. For those people who have heard of it before, go and have a look at the latest episode of San Juan branch line on the on Brian McDonald's channel. Once Reese has finished his live stream, obviously, don't do it now, because this is the better. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah,
Steve-
the
it's
half-hour
Stephen-
episode is basically all about me.
Is British Railway Studio saying it's Stephen from the Dead Poachers?
Ah, yes. Well, from the DPS streams.
Yeah. I was going to say, he's not actually in the Dead Poachers, but he has played with us on several occasions.
Yeah. Is this route quite hilly then? I'd assume so.
I did just go up an uphill gradient, yeah. I'm just approaching Neathie Bridge.
I'm tempted to take the
Nethy
Super
Bridge.
D, actually.
Super D? Yeah, that's
requires
actually
quite a lot of work.
not a bad shout, actually. I mean, yeah, as you just said, you've hit the nail on the head there. It will be, a bit of work.
Right, we can get one with nice intermediate weathering. Don't really give a shit what it looks like. Tender. Intermediate weathering? Yeah, there we go. Don't know what coaches to take with it though now. That's the next dilemma.
LMS period ones.
How many coaches have you got, Reese?
I got two for a stopping passenger service.
I want to make this thing do some work. Which
I might have
which
stopped a bit
ones are
too
they that
early.
You're using?
Oh, perfect stop. Sorry?
Which period ones is it that you're using?
I'm using the Matrix Trains ones, the BR. Are they BR or LMS period
Are
ones?
they under Matrix Trains or Gordon Mac?
They're under Matrix Trains.
Okay. I might have to take period 3s then.
I'm loving this route. Although the only thing I've got against it so far is the lanky track from UK Train Sim. It's just meh.
SJB says that he's seriously concerned about my unnatural consumption of coffee. Well, would you believe that I have this much energy without consuming coffee? I hate coffee. I find it genuinely disgusting.
He's lying. He loves it.
Nope.
I absolutely, when I'm on board ship, I need coffee. I can't do without it.
Huh.
It's like, when I used to work the night shift, you'd be going up on the bridge about 11:45, something like that, to start at midnight, and it's pitch black outside, it's darkness, so you need to let your eyes adjust. So I'd just grab a cup of coffee from the percolator, and then upset all the Dutch people by putting milk in it, and then sit on the chair and let my eyes adjust to the darkness. And then have my night vision completely ruined by some idiot cadet shining a torch in my face. That was generally what would happen. So, who have we got watching? God, we got 50 people, or almost 50 people. There's 46 people watching. Thomas Palmer, LaserJet, Nathan, Chris McBride. Hello everybody, SJB Media.
I'm going to take 5 coaches, Reese.
Well, of course you would.
Right,
SJB
nice
Media is saying, is this going to be an Over the Hills stream? I think he's trying to do a funny.
Who says that? Where's that?
SJB Media.
Yeah, I've just seen it. Yes, haha, Over the Hills. Ha 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 ha.
This route has a very similar feel to the S-Wave branch, actually. If I was to make any changes, the only change I would make would be the track. I would change it to a different track rule.
Steam Traction Spotter is here. Hello. Well, the section that I'm on, Reese, has got track that's from the Isle of Wight.
Well, the one I'm on, I think it's the lanky track. The thing is, it's fine on... It's not. It looks very square and non-detailed. But, yeah. I don't know. 40 mile an hour stretch here. But
Right,
then, considering we're in Scotland,
in Boat Garden.
considering that we're in Scotland, it's very flat here.
Yeah?
Not many hills. Although I have to say, my impression of Scotland when I drove there was like a bloody billiard table.
Nah.
Honestly, driving up from Newcastle, crossing the border at Berwick, and then driving up to Edinburgh, there was 1 or 2 small hills that I went over. I followed the East Coast Main Line all the way up to Edinburgh, and it was mostly flat, apart from this one massive hill. So, alright, that kind of contradicts myself a little bit.
It was mostly flat apart from this one massive hill.
Yeah.
Not just a little hill, not just one little hill. The massive hill.
The fucking Mount Everest right in the middle of it. Nathan is saying when he's finished his live stream... No, hang on. What route should I live stream when my new PC is finished? Nathan, that's entirely up to you, mate. I have no authority to tell you what route to use. However, if you want to make an impact, or you want to test everything out, do something that's really big and difficult to use. So you could use the Promontory Summit. It's quite a tricky route. I say tricky, but I mean like for the computer, not for you. I mean, as in lots of route itself. You could use Western Main Lines. Jaden Penn is saying whip out the bagpipes. Although to be absolutely honest, with Western Main Lines, even, you know, my laptop, I paid £3,000 for my laptop, and it struggles to play Western Main Lines. It's nothing to do with the laptop, I think it's to do with Train Sim. So... Alrighty. Mark Horner is in the chat. Jake Taylor is saying, ask Reese, given my little knowledge of steam engines, is this a tank engine that worked in Scotland? It looks like an LBSCR engine. I think Chris would be upset that you've said that. This is a Caledonian Railway 439 class, and it would have worked on the Caledonian Railway, and then LMS, and then British Railways. Guys, this is a very pretty route. So I'm actually finding more and more nowadays that routes that are being made by fans, by people who are enthusiastic about making routes, they tend to be so much better than the routes made by, you know, Dovetail Games and the big route, you know, the big developers. So part of me is sort of thinking, should we ever sort of say to people like Dovetail, just concentrate on rolling stock and the community will handle routes? But at the same time, I don't think that would work, really, would it?
No.
You wouldn't be able to rely on that as a product.
Sat here wondering why my speed is going up even though I'm braking, and then realised I'm on the Super D, so the regulator's backwards and I actually had it fully open. I'm a good driver.
Trueno is asking, how did I develop an interest in trains? I honestly can't tell you because I don't remember not being interested in trains.
Yeah.
It's been a lifelong...
Pretty much the same with me.
It's been a lifelong thing, you know? I can't remember ever not being interested in trains. Apart from a very brief period where I was being bullied at school for liking trains, and then I kind of tried to disassociate myself with railways for a while. And then I realised I liked the chuff too much.
Yes.
And and then I stopped caring what people think after a while. I just went, fuck it, I love railways and I don't give a shit what you think. If you don't like it, then pfft. At the end of the day, what's wrong with having a hobby? What's wrong with having something that you're enthusiastic about?
Damn right.
You can tell there's passion in it. This route looks amazing according to SJB Media. Yes, this route is brilliant, I have to say. It's very well made. It's the same as the S-Wave branch, you know, you've got so much detail in routes like that. And the thing I look for in a route is when you look into the distance, does it still look like there's an actual country there?
Yes.
If that makes any sense. Like, not always is there detail. I mean, there is, you know, you could have a little bit of detail more there, I suppose, but something that drives me absolutely insane about routes is when you sort of have a detailed section about, say, 500 meters either side of the track, and then suddenly it just stops. That drives me absolutely insane. Because I'm like, it just makes no sense. And I think one of the biggest ways to get over that is for GPS or Google mapping for routes to make realistic looking contours of the land. Okay, there's a red signal. I'm coming up to a red signal. I probably should stop. But this is a free roam, so that signal won't change anyway. So.
Oh, it should do. Signals don't just not change in free roam. They're, I had a read of the route information. The signals are controlled by approaching trains, so if you go up to it, it should trigger the script.
Well, I've just wrong roaded it into this station.
Brilliant, well done. What station are you at?
Hang on. I've stopped a little bit too early as well. Oh god. Grandtown on Spey East.
Did you just say Browntown?
No, Grandtown.
Oh, I legitimately thought you said Browntown. I was just like, okay.
Well, I've just completely wrong roaded it and I've stopped in the wrong place, so I'm just going to move forward a bit. So at least stop in the right position. The thing is, I'm used to driving trains with like 8 coaches now, so I brake really early. And now I'm only driving a train with 2 coaches, and then the brake, it just goes, nope, and stops.
Yeah.
As soon as I put the brakes on. And of course, the passenger scripting doesn't want to work, because I'm in the wrong platform, or facing the wrong way.
Should still work.
I gotta say, it looks so pretty, though. I'd love to actually try one of the scenarios in this route. Very pretty route. Grandtown. Full of grannies. Well then. Let's see, is the point set? Yes it is. All the way. I wish that the blue, you know, on the map, when you're setting the points and stuff, if I kind of wish that that blue section was like the token or the section that you're in, because it just seems to be a bit of a random area at the moment. If that makes sense. Well, 53 people watching. Hope you're all enjoying it. Just so you know, there's a link in the description below if you want to download this route. You will need to check the manual when you do, because there is a number of payware things and other downloads which you'll need to make from things like
it's all on the page on the website.
Yeah, there's a whole section about what you need, all the dependencies. So honestly, I recommend it, especially when it's for free. It's you can see that there's a lot of love has gone into this route. GCR 506 has said, just finished school today. For the whole 5 years, people spoke about me behind my back and I was ignored because I like railways. Well, yeah, I had basically the same thing. So, at the end of it, you leave school, you leave them shitty people behind you, and you move on with your life. And that's it, really. You know, there's so much better things out there that you can focus your energy on rather than worrying about that. Okay, so now we are heading off to the next place, wherever the next place is. 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, so let's push up. So we're passing all the juggernauts on the main road. Where are we going to pass, James?
I don't know, to be honest, dude. I'm coming up to Craigalachy, or whatever the fuck you call it. I'm sure that was completely butchering it. Apologies to any Scots that are still watching.
Craigalachy, yeah, Craigalachy.
Committed seppuku from hearing our terrible pronunciations.
Craigalachy, maybe? Craigalachy?
Crackalachy.
Crackalachy.
Crackalachy. Seriously?
Yeah, Crackalachy.
Oh, I've got floating signals and stuff here.
Yay, we love floating signals. Everybody loves floating signals.
Oh, there's only one platform here that we can use, so yes.
So how is everybody doing? Has everybody had a good week? I hope everybody's had a good week.
No, no one's had a good week, Reese.
Absolutely nobody. It does feel weird to be doing like 50 miles an hour on a branch line.
Yeah.
Weesh. Oh, I just threw up in my mouth there.
Killy Cranky, what?
Killy cranky.
Are you out of your mind?
These weird Scottish people for you. Just going up to kill a cranky.
Going to murder a character from Thomas the Tank Engine.
Kill Cranky. That's what would happen to Cranky if he went to Scotland. Hello, I'm Cranky the...
Yeah. Hello, I'm Cranky the Explosion.
I'm Cranky the Exploding Crane. From that Tugs episode.
Don't work either, oddly enough. And
Nathan is staring at his incomplete PC.
I've got too much water in the boiler. Never mind. I'm all going downhill and whatever anyway, so...
I'm pretty sure the direction that you're going is all downhill, isn't it?
Quite possibly. It's been mostly downhill. There's been a few uphills, but virtually nothing, really.
I'm just coming up on Cromdale. Yeah, we need to work out where we're going to pass as well.
I'm sure there's plenty of places. Where did you say you're coming up to?
Corndale or something.
Corndale. What
Not Greendale.
Knockendo? What? Valindaloch? Cromdale. Okay, so you're a way away from me yet. There's still several passing points in between us.
James, I basically just dropped both anchors and stopped absolutely perfectly in the platform.
Excellent. I'm not ragging the tits off this thing anyway, so...
I love this route. Single track platforms are like proper branch line style. I love it.
Well, they're not all single track.
No, not all of them, but some of them are. Feels very rural.
This thing's steaming very well. I've had the dampers shut and the blower off and the firehole door completely closed for ages.
Nice.
And it's still just like, yeah, whatever.
Open the train taps, full reg.
Full rig with the cocks open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just throw the fire out the chimney.
I'll be in the first 50 limit soon. It's about half a mile away.
My next station is Advi.
It's what?
Advi.
Oh, I see it there, yeah. So there's still about 3 or 4 passing points in between us, at least.
Chris McBride wants me to play my bagpipes every time I reach a station.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of stations on this route. I'll be playing them a lot.
He says at every second stop.
Oh, every second stop. Okay, I misread it. I think there's a lot of support for the Caledonian Railway stuff, to be honest, because we got 50 people watching tonight. So people seem to love Caledonian stuff. So
and
Chris,
it's a new route as well, of course.
Yeah, that's true. It is. It's a brand new route released today. Link is in the description below. Signalbox are not giving me any money or anything for this, so, you know. I don't think they even know my name, but hey, every little helps, right? If it gives them more... Hey, I just had a notification from someone. Some subscriber or something. So
wow, so the 50 limit is literally 3/4 of a mile.
There's more of them. I've been in a few.
Yeah, I just mean this one.
Yeah, and it annoys me when they like do that. It's like, what's the point? Whale Morkins has subscribed. So for Chris McBride, the tank engine is Scottish built. Chris McBride, really, he's telling me he's Scottish. That's given that his image, his profile image is a Scottish flag, and his name is McBride. Really, you're Scottish. No shit, Sherlock. Something I would like to see changed in train sim is like riverbanks. I'd like to see like reeds and stuff to go on the side of rivers.
Well, they exist. Just have to, as a route builder, you just have to actually use them.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is, it's like it's nice to say all these things like I want to see this, I want to see that, but I know that on the route it will make a big difference with the gameplay, won't it?
Not really.
British Rails Studio says, apparently I am official on Cookham Manor. Don't really know what that means, if I'm honest. If Reese was a tank engine, he'd be a Taffy. So I'd be a 5600, would I? 56XX.
No, it's not fat enough. You'd be a 7200.
James, you're so funny.
I know.
You try to say, if anything, I'd be a 7200.
I just said that.
Yeah, I stole it. If you're gonna make fun of me, do you really think I'm gonna?
That it was me that said it first, though.
No.
Everyone on the street.
No, everybody in the chat in just a moment will agree with me. Bet you.
No.
I bet you £5 English sterling. Go on, everybody in the chat, say that you agree with Reese. Go on, agree with the angry Welshman. Come on, let's see. People are asking what is the name of this tank engine. Well, it definitely needs a Scottish name.
Cyril.
Is that really Scottish?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mark does not agree with me. God damn it, Mark. Actually, Mark doesn't count, so, you know.
He does?
He doesn't count. No, he doesn't count because of his terrible puns. His terrible jokes.
No, definitely counts.
No.
Dreams wouldn't be the same without Mark and his terrible puns.
Mark has made quite a difference to this channel. Literally watching his puns and just me reading them out and going, oh god. Yay, Truano agrees with me. Crazy Chimp Productions agrees with me. George Pomius agrees with you.
With me. Yes, legendary. Oh, Mads
agrees with you.
Yes, I'm winning.
No, that's a draw.
SJB. No, SJB agrees with me as well.
Where?
SJB Media 1996. James is right.
Oh, for what the
Mark
shit?
Says he sucks at driving.
That's not fair. This is my live stream. Right. Everybody agree with me, or I will pull the plug on this live stream right now. I'll cancel it.
Oh,
and then
Steve,
I'll reboot
please don't
it.
do that. Please don't do that, Steve.
Steve. What are you on about?
You know what I'm on about. Come on, Reed.
I actually don't.
Use your brain.
Oh. yeah, okay.
Idiot. You idiot.
You idiot.
You're the idiot.
Oh, there we go. Just had 3 more agrees with me.
No.
4.
Reese is a liar. Tintin agrees with me. Yes.
Yeah, Tintin doesn't count.
No, T-Bone, he didn't offer you money. He betted me money. So you wouldn't get any money for agreeing with him.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm not wrong. You can watch the stream back. Watch the stream back.
I'm going to watch this stream later when it's over. I'm going to do a tally of all the people that agree with me, and then I will get my £5. £5 English sterling.
What do you mean why I went there? What do you mean I went... Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, use your brain, James. Use your brain.
Shut the fuck up, Reese. I'm reading a really nice comment from George Pomonis, or whatever his name is, who's actually much nicer to me than you are. He says, I agree with James, and he also says, to be fair, I have respect for James, as changing times got me properly interested in railways. That's awesome to hear. That's actually genuinely amazing. I'm really happy to hear that. I didn't achieve a lot with that series, as you probably noticed, so the fact that I've done that is quite rewarding.
It is something I feel that you should readdress, you should do again.
No. Changing times is dead.
No, it's not.
It is, it's dead.
It's not.
The Scrap Tape 1 agrees with me as well!
Joel Panks agrees with me.
Right.
Jake Taylor said this loco should be called Angus.
Okay, I am right. Not gonna lie, I am right. You can watch the stream back and find that I'm right. But if you don't believe me, I will also throw in a picture of a cookie. Now, Reese so far has not offered anything, so I'm currently making the best offer.
I have offered something. I've said I won't pull the plug on the stream.
You can be factually correct.
James, I've messed up.
Get a picture of a cookie. In fact, no, I'll send you a picture of a cute dog.
Okay, I didn't just drop both anchors and go full of stern then.
A full of stern,
yeah.
You moron.
Totally didn't just go full ahead backwards.
Get up the hill. What's the smoke looking like? Oh, it's white. Oh, I'm chucking the fire everywhere.
That's exactly what you need to do with a Super D. Just throw the fire literally everywhere.
I still haven't even got the back damper open.
There's nothing else for it.
Alright, I've opened the back damper half. Fuck it, I'll open it all the way. Why isn't the smoke changing colour? Come on.
LOL wants my virginity, apparently. I'm going to say you're about 17 years too late for that one, mate.
Yeah, and LOL, you still have yours, so...
Yeah. Surely it would be the other way around, if anything.
Oh, I'm really ragging the tits off this thing now.
Apparently McBride is an Irish name, according to Chris McBride. Came from from Northern Ireland about 172 years ago.
Fair enough.
Right, what's the speed limit?
My smoke is just permanently white. I don't understand why.
You're not burning your fire enough then.
Well, I've got like £500 of coal on the fire.
Well, you need more, obviously. It's quite a big firebox, isn't it?
I'll be back on the stream in a minute.
James has left the building. LOL offers himself to the great god that is me, and I'm sure, LOL, I'm sure you wouldn't want to offer yourself to me. I'm a sailor that's been around the world for 10 years. You wouldn't want to do that. What's the speed limit here? 40. Yay, back to 40. I love speed limits. Will Smith wants one of my nostril hairs. Alright, well I'll cut some out for you. There you go. That was absolutely disgusting, by the way. 40 miles an hour. I'm actually obeying the speed limits for the first time in several live streams. Doesn't happen very often that I do that. Going over a 40 mile an hour section. Going past yonder river. Does anybody know what this river is called? Unless this river is actually called the Speyside River. In which case, yeah, probably is, isn't it? Oh yeah. Excuse me, everybody. I might have just farted. Back to the 50 section. Push up. So yeah, I mean, everybody's saying, oh, LOL is saying he's going to purchase these tank engines. They are quite nice. I have actually forgotten to put the link in the description below, so I do apologise for that, everybody. And sorry, Chris, if you're watching, I do apologise for that. I should have put the link to the Digital Tractions website for these. Completely forgot. Wow, we got 57 people watching. 57 people with nothing better to do on their Friday night. 58 people now, oh my god. Although, I remember the days when we used to get 180 viewers. I think even once we had over, what was it, like almost 200 at one point. I think that was the record. It was a long time ago when we were racing, but it was a different time. It was back when we used to talk to different people. Let's turn off the injector. Lethal gas detected. It's just this River Spey, apparently. Let's just check which station that we're arriving. Let's set points correct. We'll start bringing our speed down because I know exactly what will happen is I'll come bombing in at twice the speed of sound and then we'll overshoot the station. I'll drop both anchors. Jake Taylor saying dislike the video. Please don't. I'm fed up with that now. Come on. People disliking these videos for literally no reason. It makes no sense. Actually, it shouldn't bother anyone. And if somebody genuinely doesn't like the video, then fine. But I've had people on this channel, a video gets uploaded and literally within about 5 minutes of it being uploaded, even though the video is 40 minutes long, there's been dislikes. And I'm just like, really? Is that how you want to be? What's the point? It's just pointless, really. Yay, 2 dislikes, yay. I'm actually stopping in the station properly now this time. There we go. Now that is a picturesque scene. Let's have a look view from the bridge. Ballindock. Proof that people still use the railways. Ballandalloch, or however you say it. Lol, if you're still watching, one of my new favourite Sabaton songs is Blood of Bannockburn. It's become such a brilliant one of my favourite songs. Also, for any developers watching, I would love to see an animation made so that when you say you press the B button, the guy steps out of the carriage at the end, waves a flag, and then gives you the right of way, and then you give a whistle. That would be an amazing animation to have. Cockando. And I'm assuming I'm going to have to wait for James at this next station. Chris is saying I don't take the time to look at the... Oh yeah, lol, yeah, the Red Baron. The latest song from Sabaton, the Red Baron, that is an amazing song. But Chris McBride is right, I don't generally take enough time to have a look at the scenery, do I? I should do. I mean, some of the screenshots you can get are just fabulous. .50-mile-an-hour speed limit. Let's push up the old speed. Nathan found a ring on the floor and now he can't stop looking at it. Well, Nathan, you're going to have to go to Mount Doom and throw it into the lava. That's the only way to break the curse. J-Class fan has been listening to Bismarck a lot lately. That is a brilliant song. It's one of my favourite Sabaton songs of all time. Although it's only in the last sort of 4 or 5, maybe 6 months that LOL, Mr. Armour Yip, has got me into Sabaton. And I'll take some blame. Well, maybe it's a bit of revenge, because I probably got him into Iron Maiden all those years ago. Because as those of you may remember that Iron Maiden was the music for my old series. Yeah. So that could... there you go, lol, you've got some revenge on me. So we're just approaching Blackspote. Is the next station. Ah, my eyes are hurting now. The other thing, guys, is me and James have pretty much spent all day playing a game called Hell Let Loose. If any of you have bought it, it's about £25 to buy. It's still in early access, but it is brilliant. It's a little bit tricky to get the hang of at first, and there is a few bugs with it because it is an early access game. But honestly, I can't recommend it enough. It is a brilliant game. And I'm hoping that we'll stream it on this channel and on the Dead Poachers Society channel as well. Are you back yet, James?
Where have you got to, Reese?
I'm just approaching Blackspote.
Okay, I'm going to pull into Caron and then go for a pee.
Okay. I'm guessing that's where we're going to pass.
Probably, yeah, because by the time I've had a pee and come back, you'll probably be at Knockandale or whatever the fuck it's called, which will be the next station. It's the station between... No, I mean the next station on from where I'll be. So yeah, we'll probably have to pass where I am.
Okay. Have I ever played Verdun? I have played Verdun, but I could not get along with that game. It's nothing against the game, it's just... Each time I played it, I played about 4 or 5 times, and there was just nobody in the internet servers to play with, and it just seemed a bit pointless, you know. So
I played when it was very busy, but it was just such a chaotic game, and no one was really doing anything that made sense. It was just constant carnage in every direction.
Yeah, I mean, when I played it, there was like 4 people in each server, and I was like, what's the point in that? You know. So maybe there's like a better a campaign or a story or something that I could play. But we're
not on Verdun, no.
No, well, we're running out of games that have campaigns nowadays. Nobody.
Arma 3 has multiplayer campaigns.
Does it?
Yeah.
That intrigues me because I want more games.
This is the thing with Arma 3. Like, the reason that I want to play it is not because I just want like death matches or whatever like we do in Insurgency, because that's not what Arma's about. Arma's a proper planning game where you're actually a proper military section, where you can have several different sections, or large companies like 50 players on a server playing against AI, and planning with a proper order of command and everything, and like off-map artillery support and all that sort of thing, pulling in reinforcements, all that sort of stuff, loads of different bits and pieces to complete a series of objectives that actually are a proper mission. And it can be all kinds of different things. You can download extra stuff for it, user created things and all that sort of business. And there's a mode called Zeus where one person basically assumes the role of like God, so they can spawn in enemies and friendlies and all that kind of thing, and basically anything in the game that exists they can spawn it in and make it do stuff and all that kind of thing. So you can literally have something that's completely made up entirely on the spot by the person in charge, like a whole mission. You just gather there and you know you're going to play, but you might have absolutely no idea what you're going to be doing, what the mission is. You just have to wait to get the orders, and then the commander passes them down and tells you, right, this is how we're going to approach this, blah blah blah. You go in and you've planned something and you start doing it, and then suddenly the guy who's Zeus is like, oh well, they're finding this too easy, I'm going to spawn in some tanks.
Yeah, that's what I want to play. Something with
tanks and whatever.
I want to play more co-op campaign games so that we can actually do like game playthroughs as well, because that's something that I really enjoy.
Agreed. Right, I'm going to go for a pee. I'll be back.
Are you at Cocando?
Karen or whatever it's called.
Maybe it's not the station that I'm approaching then.
I thought you were approaching Knockandale or whatever it is.
Knockandale.
Knockando. Knockando?
I'm just approaching Cocando. Knockando.
Yeah. That's what I'm on about.
So that's where we're passing, is it?
No, you'll pass me here because I'll go for a pee, and by the time I've come back, you'll probably be most of the way here.
I'm just pulling into the platform.
Yeah, so I'm at the next station, and I'm going to go for a pee. So by the time I've come back, probably be most of the way here. Yes? Do you understand?
No. I'm at Nando, so you are at Karen.
Yes.
And that's where we're passing.
Yes.
Right, okay, so I need to proceed after
God.
this station. Oh my god, well you did
Yes,
make that clear,
do.
James!
Jesus Christ.
Right, I think there's a distillery here.
Brain aneurysm one day.
I will have a brain aneurysm one day.
No, you'll give me one!
Well, we'll have it on the same day.
The name of the series that James was talking about, basically the Wolfenstein campaign. What? What's that got to do with what I was talking about? What?
I got no idea.
Anyway, I'm going for a pee. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Knockando. Knock Nando's. All the people here are going to Nando's. That's what they're doing. So apparently I've been told to look at the timetables on the... Oh! No! There's a withdrawal of passenger services between the Boat of Garten Aberlour and the closing of line between Boat of Garten and Aberlour Station. No! They're closing the railway down, guys. No! No! That's not fair. Right, we better just make sure that the section is set. Oh, the distillery's at the next place. Boo-boo-be-doo. And the battle has begun. Thy will be done. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm singing Sabaton again. Got to get those songs out of my head. I just keep playing them. Oh, I guess this is the whiskey distillery. Well, now I know what building I need to use for Mr. Davies' sausage wine factory. I need to get these assets in the Landiadog route, build the sausage wine distillery. And yes, it is a thing. What's the line speed here? 40. Do 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 do. Piano Fighter saying I need to learn Sabaton on the bagpipes. If I could play these things, I would absolutely love it. I am thinking about making like a meme video of how it sounds in my head, and then like some proper bagpipe music plays, and how it really sounds, and then just me going. Oh, that's a bad bit of track then. So we're just reducing speed to stop at the halt now. Haggis wine, oh no, I'm gonna miss it. Ah, we missed it. It was a request stop, it's fine, it's fine. It was just a request stop. Nobody wanted to get off, so fine. What a beautiful scene that is. That's one of the most picturesque scenes I've ever seen in Train Sim. That is beautiful. I tell you what, I'm going to make a scenario, and I'm going to, when I film Chris's products in the future, that's got to be an angle that I use. It's all about the angles, ladies and gentlemen. Iron Lol says I should go and play Airsoft. Well, Lol, I have wanted to go and play Airsoft for years. I used to have an Airsoft gun, but it wasn't very good. It was it was a spring-loaded pistol. Can't even remember what one it was now. I still have it somewhere actually, but it was more just for dicking around, you know, shooting a little target thing in my house. Oh, okay, here we go. Slow down. Why is the signal against me? I need to switch the points. And they've all changed. I set everything earlier. Bastards.
Where are you, Reese?
Just approaching where you are. Just approaching Karen. I was approaching the Imperial Distillery and then it changed all the points on me for some reason.
Rip.
Elton Loveridge is... Oh, he's asked the inevitable question about Over the Hills. Is it ever going to be a full set?
Every time anyone asks that, it gets rebooted.
Yep, that's it. We're starting from scratch. Die is now a 439 class.
Yeah, and this is going to be the route.
Yep, this is the new Landiadog and Pennyog route. Which actually, to be absolutely fair, if I was to use this route for some filming, it wouldn't be a bad choice.
No, agreed.
I'm just coming up to the distillery now. Almost out of your section. Are you leaning out your cab window?
Yep.
So we need to do the token exchange. I'm just reducing now to about 15 mile an hour for you. That's a very pretty cottage. With the yellow roof. I've missed. I forgot to do the token exchange. Oh, I'm messing around with the cab view. Stop! Well, I messed that one up. And I'm out of your section, and you have the token, sir. You have the token. A token gesture.
Aha. Thank you very much. Peep.
Beep, boop, beep. All these people just randomly disappearing. It's the Phantom! Charlotte Conway is asking, where's my mate? How long does it take for you to have a wee? Charlotte is concerned about your urinary movements, James.
I see. Well, I did come back.
Did you? I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Right. I'm ready to go. So we're now departing from Karen. We only got a little bit further to go, to be honest. We got, what's this station called? Arbelor Station. And then Craiglatchy or whatever it's called, and then Dufftown. And Dufftown is where we'll run round and come back because the route is not made all the way. Oh, that is pretty. This bridge that I'm going over, that is a pretty shot. Charlotte has said you're very quiet, James. Shh! I'm hunting rabbits.
Be very, very quiet.
We're going past the distillery. This is where Super Pug used to work.
Oh yes, there it is. Oh wait, no one cares.
That explains a lot. That Super Pug used to work at a very, very strong whiskey distillery. Explains a few things. As in why Super Pug is absolutely mental.
Oh my god, I just went over a massive bump.
Yeah, there's one or two really big bumps. I'm speeding again, balls. There's a halt up ahead somewhere. There it is. And I've just gone flying past it at full speed again. Yeah, it's okay.
Bye-bye.
It's okay. Again, request stop only. Nobody requested it. So whatever. Will Smith is watching the North Yorkshire Moors Railway programme. Okay, well, goodbye then. Oh yeah, Super Pug is on hire to the Xbox controller. Who hired her on the condition of unlimited white magic power dust.
Yes.
I'm loving this route. What do you think of it so far, James?
It's very pretty.
I just wish I could have been around in the 50s and 60s to have seen, you know, Steam before it went. And the reason I say the 50s and 60s is because it would have been a time... I know it would have been all BR stuff, but it would have been a time when you could actually travel around the country by car as well. To a certain degree, if you get what I mean, because you'd want to be able to drive to different locations on the routes for filming. Or for, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had to travel by train everywhere, you wouldn't be able to stop at some of the amazing photo spots, you know? A good example, Mr. Ivor Roberts. Or is it Ivor Hugh or whatever his name?
Ivo Hugh?
Ivo Hugh, that's the one.
Oh, I really need to get used to back brakes again.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. Every time I go a bit faster, it's like, oh no, I'm speeding, or no, I'm stopping. It's all downhill here. Guys, a 1 in 61 gradient. Ivor Peters, that's the guy we were thinking of.
That's the one. I think Ivo Hugh's like the engine that's named after him?
No, it's the Talyllyn.
Thomas or something like that.
Wasn't he the guy on something to do with the Talyllyn?
No, yeah. Ivo Hugh is the guy who was named after him. who's the foreman on the Scarloey Railway. That's why I've got the name in my head.
That's it.
He was named Ivo after Ivo Peters.
Why is it like I can just imagine Scarloey talking like Rod Gilbert? Hello, Sir Handel. I don't think you're doing very well with them wheels. Oh, why? Why am I wrong-roading it again?
Rip.
Rest in peace, 439 class. Although
You're not actually going to bin it, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
In fact, it was actually a textbook stop. Apart from being in the wrong platform, but oh, there's missing assets. I wonder what that is. Nathan is asking, when I went to Scotland, did I have anything deep fried? The answer is yes, I did. I had a
Deep fried Mars bar, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. £5 bloody quid for a deep fried Mars bar.
Well, yeah, you know, they've got to pay for their haggis somehow.
Well, it's tourist prices, but Jesus, £5 for a deep fried Mars bar. My God. They saw me coming, because you could buy a Mars bar for £1. Even cheaper, probably, to be honest, but...
Well, what if you went in there and said, I've got this Mars bar, will you deep fry it for me?
Well, I mean, they probably wouldn't do it, would they? Because they wouldn't earn enough money. I imagine a small fish and chip shop would, but the one I went to was, like, right in the middle of Edinburgh. So, yeah. Deep fried boffer. Is that what they call it? Deep fried boffer.
Well, I'm chucking the fire out the chimney.
That's what you need to do. All fires should not remain in the firebox. That is why the chimney is there. Or the ash.
I'll use that advice when I fire Hercules.
Flamethrower.
Mind you, to be honest, if you get the fire going on Hercules, if you open the fucking... take the bloody fire hole cover off and it's like a flamethrower coming out.
Nice.
Because it's vertical boiler. The draft on it's so good, it's literally like there's a flamethrower inside just blaring out.
So what is Hercules?
It's the only Sentinel DG8 steam wagon in the world, and it's one of only 2 4-axle steam wagons that survive anywhere in the world.
Nice.
It's the biggest Sentinel steam wagon that survives. Possibly the biggest steam wagon of any kind that survives.
We're really getting up in the mountains now.
Yeah, I'm going uphill as well, actually.
Not for much longer.
I've let the fire go a bit too much out the chimney.
When you start actually getting lumps of coal come flying out the top, that's when you know it's a bit too much. Well, no, it's not that. It's just that I've let it shoot out the chimney for a bit too long. Oh, so you've thrown that entire fire out?
Probably about £70, £80 of coal.
Nice. So you just set all the embankment on fire?
Yeah.
Who needs that embankment?
Yeah. Just blame it on...
Welsh people?
Brexit.
Yeah, it's Brexit's fault. That's clearly what's the problem here. Why is the embankment on fire? Well, it's nothing to do with the firemen. It is because of Brexit, sir.
No, it's because of the EU. That's the one.
Why is there even a 30-mile-an-hour zone here?
Got it steaming against the small injector. There
we go. Road is set. Mark says blame it on Nathan. I agree with that. We should definitely blame it on Nathan. Oh, I think this is that weird station I'm approaching. Oh yeah, for those people...
oh, it's James. It's other James.
American James.
Oh no.
Oh well.
The American has arrived. Welcome to Scotland, James 2.0.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we are in the land of haggis.
I was just gonna say, the last time you were in Scotland, things didn't go so well.
What do you mean they didn't go so well? They went brilliantly.
Well, AWP posts would say otherwise.
Well, it wasn't bad. It was just I was drunk shit posting on the group. I wouldn't say that was a problem.
It made for some good material.
Oh, for God's sake. The fucking platform road has just changed in front of me.
Yeah,
I've
that happened to me.
literally seen the distant signal go from green to red.
That happened to me.
Yeah, the home's on. Yeah, I'm just going flying through the home at danger. Brilliant.
That's happened to me once or twice, actually. Oh, this station is very pretty.
Oh, well, whatever. Whatever. Just wang it in forward and chuck a load of coal in the steam. Coal? Fuck. Yes. Whatever.
Just go
I
with
can
it.
talk.
Craigalachy. Craigalachy. Change here for Strathspey. Or Strafespey, I don't know how to say it.
Change here for deep fried Mars bars.
They should have a big deep fried Mars bar sign on the station. Get your deep fried Mars bars here, pal. Right, you. So we are leaving Craigalachy for the last station, which is Dufftown.
Bloody hell, it's a long way to Garton. I might not even manage to do all the way this evening, to be honest.
No?
No, I'm not going to stick around for too long.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I'm going to do a return trip.
Yeah, I was hoping to, but I didn't realise the route was actually this long.
It is quite long. I think it's like 37 miles.
Yeah, because it's so like up and down speed-wise and all that sort of thing, and there's so many stations, you don't actually realise quite how long it takes to cover that distance.
We've been doing 80 minutes, so yeah, it does take a while, doesn't it?
Well, my scenario's been going for an hour.
Get your deep fried Masbers here or no snack for Runny.
Pardon?
I don't know, that's what...
Are you able to say that in English?
No, that's what Chris McBride just said in the chat. Oh yeah, I got some more assets missing here. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm assuming there's supposed to be a wall of some form here. Wow, it's a 1 in 65 gradient. And the track has changed. Now it's the Isle of Wight track.
Nah.
And all the bushes are floating in the mid-air, so I'm assuming that some form of loft is missing.
That glitch looks weird, especially since it makes the sim float in the air.
Yeah. So I'm assuming some form of loft thing, like embankment, is missing from it. Alright, there's a steep old gradient here, 1 in 83. But at least I'm only pulling 2 coaches. But this is the last bit of the journey now. And then we'll run round the train and make our return. So how are you, James 2.0?
Not bad, just got off work and I'm going to be ready for the weekend.
Nice. Any special plans? Just a weekend
really.
of masturbation.
Just a weekend of celebrating Father's Day with Grandpa.
Ah.
That'll be the first Father's Day that Grandma won't be celebrating with him.
Well,
A lot of firsts still
yeah.
ahead for us with that.
It'll take time to get used to it.
Yeah.
You'll never forget, but you will move on.
Yeah.
So, how far away from... Oh, there's a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up. I wish that these locos had more, like, effective handbrakes as well.
Not to use whilst in transit, surely.
No, but, like, because you can either have handbrake on or off. I'd rather it that you could, like with the normal brake, you could just turn it, you know.
Yeah, you can graduate it.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah,
you could put 3 or 4 turns on the handbrake. Just coming up for a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit for some reason. I'm assuming it's because of this little ravine thing.
I see another one of those videos that is up for you for DPS of nothing has ever happened, bad has ever happened.
Yeah. I uploaded it today, actually. It's been one of those ones, I've rendered it ages ago, and I just completely forgot to upload it, because I can't remember why. I thought there was an error with it, but I was looking through it again today, and I don't think there is. Unless somebody comments on it and says, hey, there's an error in this, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I got loads of footage that I need to finish off, actually, for the dead poachers, but I haven't had the time. Although I'm struggling with my laptop to actually do it, because trying to edit video which is on a hard drive rather than being on the actual device is very difficult, because Sony Vegas crashes at every opportunity.
Can you not make space on your PC to use it, like you're on your laptop, to temporarily have the clips on there?
I'm trying that, but it's each episode, you know, that half-hour episode, that's like 48 gigabytes of video.
Yeah, no, you've got really shitty recording settings, dude.
Well, I mean, that's the standard Fraps ones.
Fraps?
Not
What?
Fraps, no, Bandicam.
Yeah, well, you need to not use whatever settings you're using on that.
Well, I have to.
No, you don't.
Well,
Bandicam is extensively customizable.
Randicam.
Candy Ram.
Charlotte Conway's asking, can I do a Virgin Pendolino? I don't think I could do a Pendolino. I might get in trouble for doing a Pendolino. But if you mean do a video of one, then I don't know. I don't even know if I've got the Pendolino for Train Sim. Is there a There is a Pendolino, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yeah. think there was a new one done not long ago.
I can't remember. Nathan is casually choking on pizza crust. Well, Nathan, you're not supposed to shove it down your throat. Ooh, a little aircraft just flew overhead.
That'll be from a Keith M. Ross route. I might make it to Boatgarten actually, it's not quite as far as I thought.
Nathan is saying Shadowplay is far better than Bandicam.
No! Bandicam with good settings, or OBS with good settings. Shadowplay needs to go away. Wow, my 1080 is so like not tapped by this route, even though it's at like over 100 FPS. My 1080 Ti is doing so little work that the fans haven't even spun up.
Nice. Yeah, I want to get myself a 1080 Ti.
Yeah, I really wouldn't ever tell anyone to bother getting an RTX card yet. It's really not worth it.
Isn't that what Rob got?
Yeah, I know. I told him it was a stupid waste of money to get one, and he went and did it anyway.
Yeah, but that's Rob for you. He's good at that.
But then he can afford to waste money on shit like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Mind you, hopefully this year I'll end up on the salary that you're on at the moment, although maybe a little bit more.
Oh, that'd be good. George Pomanis is saying Fraps died years ago.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I stopped
100%.
using it because it was crap.
It was garbage.
It was just like I made the original Over the Hills episode 1, where I used my own route, the Llandiadog and Pennyog route from all them years ago.
Yeah.
And I made the whole episode, and when I tried to edit the footage in Sony Vegas Pro, it was all corrupted. It was like it just wouldn't work. It was crashing the program. There was all these massive error messages and streaks, and oh, it really pissed me off. I did all that work to film it, and then it didn't work. Nathan is saying he's getting an RTX card, James. It's cheaper than most 1070s and offer better performance, is what he says. James! Are you there, James, or is he gone?
1.0 has muted himself.
Oh, that's, there we go. I'm just coming up to Dufftown now. So hopefully, everybody, this won't be the end of the route because, you know, there should be a bit more. Well, there is track, but there's no scenery. I'll show you in a minute when we get there. So apparently the speed limit here is 0 miles an hour, so yeah, I'm speeding.
But it's kind of a false speeding notice.
It is, yeah. Alright, just pulling into Dufftown. I don't think I'm going to do a run all the way back, actually.
I knew you'd cop out.
Yeah, I just can't be bothered. I mean, looking at it.
It's a long journey.
It's a long journey. We've almost done 90 minutes just getting to here. So there's not really much point doing the same thing on the way back, is there?
Oh, is that a locomotive boiler I see right there?
It was, yes.
So that is what becomes of... never mind.
Naughty locomotives.
And look at all the people standing in the concrete.
Yep, they figured out how to merge with concrete. So this is what I was...
That just needs the platform end splitting. That solves that.
So if we have a little look at the line further up, you can see the track is there, but there's no detail. So there's no point doing that bit of the route because it's not finished yet. So yeah, basically then that is the Speyside line. And just one final time before we call it a day, you can download that in the link in the description below. It's a freeware route. There's a couple of things you need to download in order to make it work. There is a description in the manual and on the website that you download it from. I've been driving the Caledonian Works 439 class, which has served us quite well today. Yeah, that's pretty much all from me for tonight. Join me in a few days. I don't know when it'll be. I think we'll have a look at the LNER J21 from Victory Works. I don't know when we're going to do that, but we'll see. Yeah. Chris McBride is saying do the journey back. I don't see the point because it's another 90 minutes. That means we'll be, here until 10 o'clock. And we've already seen it, So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether to do it now. Should I?
Nah.
No? Fuck it, go on, I'll do it.
Wait, what are you going to do? What?
I'm going to do the return journey.
Ah, screw you.
You don't have to, James. You can head off.
No, I'm not.
You can head off.
Hey, you can't fucking make me do shit.
I'll drive to Dover and force you to drive the return journey.
Well, you'll have a bit of an issue with that because that's not where I am. You're going to drive to a town where I am not.
That might be difficult.
Try and make me do it.
I'll just go to Dover anyway and just sit there and be like, James, I insist. You are not going anywhere, young man, until you do the return journey. But Reece, okay. I'm not here.
Well, if you come down in like 2 months, then I'll be able to drive you home.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, alright. On that wonderful note, I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the dulcet tones of Reecicus and the not so dulcet tones of James 2.0 and the Cali 439. So, thanks, bye everybody.
Bye, James.
All the lovely words about me and changing times and all that bollocks. And don't forget to watch the latest episode of San Juan Branch Line over on Brian McDonald's channel because I'm in it. And if that's not a good enough reason to watch it, then I just don't even know where to start. Bye!
Bye!
Bye, James.
Well, I didn't even realize he had lines in San Juan Branch Line series, and I love that series.
There you go. He's got lines and I haven't even got lines. And not that I'm butthurt about that or anything.
Well, I had a small role in one episode. I was the fireman for one of the new locomotives that arrived on the line. That was before I got my microphone I have now, though. That was back when I was still using that other one that I had.
Yeah, so everybody watching the stream, I do apologise. I've decided that I am going to do the return journey, so if you're planning to leave then, yeah, feel free to leave, but don't feel you need to stay, but yeah, I'm going to carry on. What time is it in game? I think we'll, we won't do a shunt actually, we'll just run round. I don't know what's causing these platforms to be so bright. They're reflecting quite a lot.
Let's reflect on that, shall we?
James is on fire again tonight.
Yeah. Nobody got to hear any of them last night but you, because we were playing PUBG.
Yeah. We'll probably play a bit again tonight if you want, later.
It depends on timing, because I'm planning on going out of town for the evening.
At 10?
It'll only be like 5 here.
Oh.
Remember,
Oh my god, are you talking about UK time?
No.
What time are you talking
I'm
about
talking
then?
about my time. I'm talking about Eastern. Remember, I'm in USA. Indiana, USA. We're in Eastern time. We're not in your time.
Born in the USA, I was. Born in the USA.
Eep, eep.
Beep, boop, beep. So apparently I've got air brakes now. When did that happen?
Well, at least you're... Huh. Well, at least you're not an airhead.
Oh, I think it was when I uncoupled from the train, because it's a vacuum brake train, but the loco is actually air braked. Yeah, it was when I coupled up. Well, that explains a couple of things. There we go. Well, we've lost a bunch of people because they think that I was ending the live stream.
Jake Taylor, too late. Anyone who's left is going to miss out on the fun. They'll just have to watch the replay later and realize that they missed out on a lot. Oh, that was a bit of a harsh coupling there.
Nah, that's nothing compared to my normal coupling.
The passengers all felt a great jolt. Ooh, they said.
Oh my! They said.
My leg!
Said the shunter as his leg was violently crushed between the buffers. He'll never walk again, said the manager. I know, said the locomotive, and I made it happen. He said sinisterly. Well, that just took a very dark turn.
Probably because you made it go that dark.
I'm good at doing that. Power to the masses.
Yeah.
Power to the Soviet people. Can you not?
Yes. Now, these are blowing around like crazy outside, and it sounded like it was raining, but it's not.
Everybody loves rain. Oh well, let's get settled in for the return journey to Gorton Boat, whatever it was called.
We're set for the return journey to Nowhere Land.
In the middle of Scotland.
Hey, you know that game? You've heard of that game called Rolling Line, haven't you?
The what?
Rolling Line for Steam.
No.
It's basically a virtual reality model railroading game.
No, I've
But it
never
has
heard
a
of it.
but it also has a non-virtual reality mode. It's really interesting.
Okay. So what's interesting about it?
Oh, well, you can set up your own layouts, build them, or go with some default ones or some custom ones made for the workshop. And they do custom trains, either using the default ones or going with ones that were made to be added to the game. Like for Christmas, like toward closer to or a little after Christmas, something like that, they added the 284 Berkshire, and and somebody immediately went and did a Polar Express themed train.
Oh, of course. I would like to see a Polar Express thing in this game.
I live about 4 hours away from the original Polar Express, real life one.
Oh, nice.
Pierre Marquette 1225 Masquerade used to put on Polar Express lettering on the tender and do winter trips for Christmas. But then they decided to make that CGI Polar Express movie that was made with mostly motion capture for the people.
Okay.
And apparently the studios decided, oh, Steam Roading Institute, you can't use that anymore. That's ours. I'm sorry, Steam Roading Institute had it first.
Fair enough.
But unfortunately it didn't work that way. Yeah, Polar Express, yeah, Mark, it would be cool to have it in TS. Create a route like the Polar Express one. Even in simulation, I think Reese would derail pretty quickly.
Oh, you mean we're going down that massive hill and then across a glacier?
Yes.
That would be pretty amazing if you could control going over a glacier with the reverser and the regulator. That would be pretty damn cool.
Yeah. It would be interesting. Oh, I love this. When your girl says she wants to visit London, Italy, and Paris, and it shows a map, a Google Maps showing London, Texas, Italy, Texas, and Paris, Texas.
Excellent. That's just what I want to hear. Although I would love to go back to Texas. I went to Texas. I went to Texas, and while I was waiting for a flight at the airport at Dallas or Fort Worth Airport, I had a Sloppy Joe burger, and it was unbelievably good.
Oh wow. 1954 to 2019, the Godzilla franchise has been listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest running franchise in the history of cinema.
Holy crap.
35 films in 65 years.
Blimey.
32 Toho produced Japanese originals, 3 American produced ones, and 3 animated. Oh, actually, the 3 animated, I'm assuming, are among the 32 that were Japanese originals. Because if that were 3 separate animated films, that wouldn't be 35, that'd be 38.
Mathematics with James Ellison.
And now for something random.
Mark, that's enough from you. You dirty bastard.
What?
Oh, I must have missed this bridge that we're going over. That's a screenshot right there. Oh no, come on! No, I missed the opportunity. Really tempted to stop and go back to go over that again.
No!
Why? You can't stop me!
Yes, I can.
Explosions will happen.
Apparently my city's building commissioner is retiring.
We built this city. We built this city on old bus parts. Oh no, we need to make a Great Western version. We built this city from bulldog parts. No, that's not. I don't think they actually did. Yeah, Nathan, so much for not going back. I'm gonna make the whole run all the way back. So we'll be here for another probably hour and 20 minutes doing the return leg. But hey, nobody can say this isn't a thorough. Why, James? Why this? There's just like no. There's no trigger for that. It's just you just go like, and it's like, why do you do that?
Why do you do this?
Why you do this?
Because I am me. That's why.
Mark says we built this city on an unexploded World War II bomb. If you're implying that the Great Western City class was the bomb, then yeah, I would agree. Oh, I'm tired now. Piano Fighter's got it right. We built this city. We built this city in Swindon Works.
Which has been closed for ages. So Swindon isn't building anything anymore.
Well, there's a nice retail outlet. You can buy yourself some designer footwear. I need to make sure I go in the correct platform. Birth. And birth. No. Birth. Because I've been playing Signalman, I've now exceeded the speed limit significantly. Awesome, that's what I like to hear. Iron Brew, Kilts, Haggis, and Game and Tenants, yes. Everybody loves Tenants.
Oh. This is funny.
What was funny?
Before the crowbar was invented, crows had to drink at home.
Equal rights for all crows. Do you know I've only just realised something, that I'm actually gonna run out of water? Because I haven't seen any water towers on the route. Oh, and there's no platform. Why did I do that? That was daft. I completely forgot that there's no platform there. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen on board, I hope that you weren't planning to get off at Cragalaki, because we're not actually stopping here. So, sorry about that, but yeah, that didn't go well.
Well, this sucks.
Yeah, for all the passengers that plan to alight here, we do apologise, but you'll have to get the next train up.
Yeah, we'll get a lorry to come and get you.
Yeah, an articulated lorry. Not a bus, not a replacement bus service, but an actual cargo-carrying lorry. Why not a tanker truck? We'll send a milk tanker to come and collect you from the station. You can sit on the driver's lap.
Oh, cheeky.
Cheeky monkey. Speed limit's 40 mile an hour now. Pushing up to 40. Can you stop, James? Can you not?
I didn't know if you could hear that.
Yes, we can. And to be honest, it's wearing thin.
Alright, I'm done. I'm just trying to think of things to do, and that's unfortunately what I've been stuck with. Christmas Bride says, please stand well away from the platform that doesn't exist.
Please do not alight here, as there is no platform. You will fall flat on your ass.
Or your face, which won't end well if you land on a rail. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry, but our driver doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, this is the first time I've ever driven this route, so lack of local knowledge, I think, is key.
Yeah. So, in other words,
Lack of
somebody
situational
has some
awareness as
explaining
well.
to do. Oh, I'm being called James 2.0, the troublesome truck, because of my laughter from earlier.
Yep, you are a troublesome truck.
Chase him, bump him, throw him off the rails. Oh, wait, I can't keep saying that now.
I tell you what, I'm going to make a troublesome truck. I'm going to give some trucks some faces in the next Faces live stream. And I'm going to give you the voice of the troublesome trucks.
I've got a good laugh for it, apparently.
There you go.
I'm really looking forward to July 30th.
Why, what's happening on July 30th?
I'm going to go see the big boy again.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that video of you going, that's a good big boy.
You'll get it when I go to Rochelle, Illinois, because it's going to be laying over for 45 minutes when it gets there.
Well, why didn't you get it last time?
Because there were too many people, for one thing.
Oh.
And for another, I completely forgot about it every time.
Well, that's an unacceptable excuse. The 31 people watching this stream are highly disappointed with you right now.
When I got to Omaha, Nebraska on the return journey,
Omaha.
When I got there, I stopped at Kennefic Park where 4023 is on display, and I had considered doing it then, but
you said you forgot about it, so how did you consider doing it then, you liar?
I forgot about it all day.
Yeah, you big liar.
I'm serious, I did forget about all the other times.
Liar, pants on fire.
I was really gonna set my camera down and hit record, go up there and say, bad big boy, put that down. I can guarantee I would have got some stares from the people around. I'd have been like, inside joke with some friends. And they wanted a video. Christmas Bride will be back in 10 to 15 minutes, he says.
Hooray!
Thanks for the warning, Chris.
Bring cookies. Driver wants a cup of tea.
Well, the driver's gonna have to tough it out and wait.
Well, railways run on tea, so that's not an acceptable answer, to be honest.
Unfortunately, this railway no longer runs on tea.
It does. This is Scotland. It's even more applicable. So we've actually alighted at a platform properly this time.
Oh, for once.
I know, for what must be the first time ever.
The first time in forever.
And we're off. Jake Taylor's come up with some new lyrics for the truck song. Trucks are a right pain in the arse. They speak little like children. Shove them off the end of the cliff, then we'll see who's evil. Yeah, okay.
Now I've got the original song in my head.
What was the original words to it? Trucks are something in the yard.
Trucks are waiting in the yard.
Show the world what I can do. Gaily boasts the diesel. I remember that bit. I don't remember.
The second line is the one I'm forgetting.
No, I can't remember the second line.
In and out he creeps about like a big fat weasel. When he pulls the wrong cars out, pop goes the diesel. Yeah, we had a really good childhood when it came to that.
I mean, I have to say, the original couple of series were really exceptionally well made. I just wish that... I wish that they kept with it. They didn't, you know, the models. Even if they, you know, made the bigger budgets and had better scenery and all that. It was just that older-fashioned model-making filming, which is going to be a lost art. You know, I mean, I understand that with CGI it's a lot easier now, but with CGI comes all the stupid things as well.
Someone's little one's not happy outside my apartment building.
There's only one solution for that. Take a high caliber sniper rifle and take up aim. It's the only possible way to solve this. Tranquilizer darts.
There we go.
There's no other explanation.
That way when they go look that way when they go looking for the sniper, they can go, "Hey, I didn't kill him, so..."
No, it's I tranked him. Just to say, you thought what is happening to my laptop? It's just partly collapsed on one side. No idea how this is happening. Right, it's sliding around, that's why. Okay. Figured it out.
Where to go?
Silly thing.
And I don't think I am going to be able to get that pop goes the diesel out of my head now.
Nope, me neither.
I have a bad feeling it's gonna get you enough that you're gonna go and
What is the words? I'm trying to remember it. Trucks are waiting in the yard, something something easel. Show the world what I could do, gaily boast the diesel. I can't remember that one line. Somebody go and do a Google. Just see it, because obviously I can't do it while it's on stream. Just Google "Pop Goes the Diesel" song or something.
I'm doing that now. Tackling them with easel. That's what it is.
Tackling them. Okay. Trucks are waiting in the yard, tackling them with easel. Show the world what I
Big
could
black
do.
weasel, that's what it is.
To gaily boast a
Big black
diesel.
weasel.
In and out he
had
creeps
big
about
black
like a
weasel,
big
bro.
fat weasel. When he pulls the wrong trucks out, an atomic explosion happens. The end. You can tell I've been watching Chernobyl again.
Obviously.
For those of you watching, if I can honestly recommend, get Sky or Now TV or something and go and watch the new series Chernobyl. It is absolutely brilliant. It's all a true story as well. It's exceptionally well made. Although apparently after they made that series, now the Russians are making a series which basically says Chernobyl was the Americans' fault. Which is like, really? Were the Americans present in the control room of reactor number 4, were they? Because I don't think they were, given the relationship that the Soviet Union had with America at the time. Something tells me that they wouldn't have been present. They wouldn't have had someone in the control room when they had a, Nimrod or a spy plane flying 6 miles overhead taking photos. And we're off again. Full astern, both engines.
We're off to see the wizard. Oh wait, no. Happened? Oh. There's a video that says, "I'll stop being sarcastic at work when this fills up," and it's a drainer, and the water's just rolling through it. Hey, yeah, Reese.
Yeah?
You know the Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story, and has been a bit of an Easter egg throughout Pixar films ever since, right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently someone created a real-life Pizza Planet truck.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Kind of cool looking, actually. And then there was silence.
No, there wasn't. It's a lie.
Okay, yeah, true. You got the train rolling along, but outside.
Chris McBride is back. And the world held its
Oh
breath.
no! Hit the bunkers, lad.
The world breathed a sigh of relief.
After some people panicked unnecessarily.
I don't know about you, but I was panicking from the word go.
That sounds like you. I mean, what?
As most of my videos demonstrate, panic and distress is the best way.
And semi-bad driving, unless you're riding a motorcycle, which you proved last night you can do pretty
Actually,
good at that.
I'll be honest, and I'm not being big-headed, I did quite well last night with that motorbike.
You scared me half the time, though.
Yeah, but it worked.
Yeah, doesn't mean that I'll feel any better about your driving right now.
Don't need to. As long as it worked and we survived. Alright, we got taken out by that sniper, but, you know, it's irrelevant. It was nothing to do with the motorbike, that.
True. So there was that one time that you missed a control or something and we nearly killed ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's right. Neil M is doing drawing on paint. Okay. Are you doing like pretend loco liveries or classes or something? Chris had a quick shower. Well, TMI, Chris, thanks for telling us you had a shower. Really didn't need to. There was no need.
There's seriously no need for that.
Do 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 do. Song is stuck in my head now.
Reese is derailing. I mean, what?
He's not. That's unfair, that.
Could be worse.
How?
I don't know. If I say it, it might come true, though. So...
Could not be any worse.
I'm waiting now for something to happen because you said that.
We're just going past the sausage wine factory again.
Sausage wine. Still illegal in Britain.
But somehow legal in Scotland.
Legal in Scotland. What's the death toll over there so far from that? Or is it
61,000 people. It's comparable to the disaster at Chernobyl.
Oh my.
Yeah, people thought that the radioactive fallout from Chernobyl was due to the nuclear reactor. It was actually due to the sausage wine experiment.
The sausage whining? Oh no. Okay, shut up. Things got exciting at Chicago Union Station yesterday.
Where?
Chicago Union Station.
Why is that? Why did they get exciting?
A Metro Diesel's air conditioning unit went up in the station.
Nice.
It was on fire. They had to shut down the south side of Union Station for a while.
Big chungus. It's finally a good Caledonian route. I'm assuming that this was actually a Caledonian route.
Mr. Davies is everywhere, Chris McBride. He just simply said, "Oh look, it's Mr. Davies," and I've just accidentally refreshed the live stream.
Excellent.
I was trying to click back to the Facebook tab, and it's right above the refresh.
Okay, tired now. I've literally done nothing today except, like, eat and play on computer. .50-mile-an-hour speed limit again. Just coming up for Blacksboat.
50-mile-an-hour speed limit. Sometimes to Reese, that means full power.
Full ahead, both engines.
Both anchors raised.
Heave both anchors.
But sir, we can't push it anymore. We can't lift it anymore. I said heave! Hey lol, you're welcome to join us if you want.
Yeah, lol, if you want to come join us, then please feel free. Should we go in a different chat room? Is there anyone else? Let's go to the public.
Yeah.
I just moved you.
I figured that out.
Half a mile to Blackspout.
Wait, half mile to where?
Blackspout.
I honestly thought for a second there you said Glasgow. I'm thinking, wait, what?
Glasgow? No.
I don't know why I thought that.
Because you silly.
No, you're silly.
You're silly.
You're silly.
You can't prove it.
Evening.
Yes, I can.
Who's just joined us?
Jake.
Hello, Jake.
How are you, Reece? You alright?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Long weekend at work ahead.
Well, hey. And where is work?
Tesco.
Well, hey. Lots of shelves to stack.
Tomorrow, yes. Sunday, no.
And we'll drop both anchors. Oh, I'm probably ruining the price of this laptop. Yep. It's ruined forever. I've just removed the little sticker from my laptop. Oh dear.
Well, that was silly, wasn't it?
What did you do?
I removed the sticker. Oh well. It was peeling off anyway, so whatever. Although I remember reading somewhere that they do say you should take all the stickers off them because it helps with the heat thing.
Oh, yeah.
But then a load of other people disagreed with it, so I don't know for sure.
Oh.
Somebody else just joined the chat?
Nah. SG Media apparently loves you.
Oh god. Keep it in your pants, SG Media.
I've got to say, Reece, looking at your looking at the live stream chat, you have got a lot of admirers tonight.
Admirers? I've had...
For a better word.
Usually I get lots of hate.
Oh. Ah.
What? Why are you laughing?
Oh.
You should not be laughing. I don't trust you. Don't laugh.
I'm sorry, it was something funny. I found a comic on my news feed. Guy trying to rob a house. Freeze! I don't want to hurt you. Surrender now and this will all be over. Robber turns around. Is that a toy laser? Ha! Is that supposed to scare me? Guy looks down. At the floor you see a cat wiggling its butt ready to jump at the laser. I surrender.
Well, fair enough.
Beep, beep.
I've finally let the fire die down to a sufficient amount so it's not blowing off continuously.
And now it's gonna die.
And it'll probably extinguish itself in a moment.
Let's just
SG
hope,
Media
like...
says not. SG Media says not in that way in reference to the I love you.
Lies. He's
I was
lying.
going to say, Reese, like the GWR motor coach, whatever it was you were driving. Have you got a pannier tank on stand?
No, there is no surprise pannier in this live stream, or in this scenario, rather. I should have put. I should have put a backup pannier in here somewhere, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it only took me about 3 seconds from when you said that to clock that and think, what's he done before that could get him out the shit?
I heard a Discord thing.
Someone by the name of Slack Action.
Keeps joining and leaving and joining and leaving.
Oh well, okay.
Alright, okay, uh-huh.
I've been here for ages.
Hi, lol. Is lol Slack Action?
No.
Oh. You okay, lol?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
Ah.
Are you preparing an overseas task force yet?
I can't say that. They're on to me.
The spies are onto you, but the SAS are on standby, so yeah.
Oh no.
I'll lead the squadron of SBS Special Boat Service crew, and we'll make an amphibious landing in Hong Kong Bay.
Hooray!
As long as I've got an SLR and copious amounts of ammunition, I'll be fine.
Excellent. Open fire at 300 yards.
Fantastic. I probably need closer than 300 yards though. Unless I have a 15 times scope. Yes, I've been playing PUBG way too much. Oh yes, there's a water tower.
Fill us up, Mr. Water Tank.
I was hoping you'd run out and go boom. I mean, what?
Why would you want me to go boom? You're a horrible person, you know that, James?
Hey, it's nowhere near as dark as what you said earlier.
What did I say earlier that was dark?
You turned a conversation when you were training around into something really dark.
No, normally I say what the only thing to do is to open fire on a crowd of school children, but you know that's
Ooh!
that's not.
That is very dark.
Yeah, that's what I normally say.
And that's coming from somebody. And that's coming from somebody who normally moans when the sheep references come out.
Oh, why? Really? Really? You lower the tone, because that's the only thing in your armory of insults, isn't it?
No, I was proving a point.
Well, just for that comment, I am going to go into a school and open fire on a crowd of school children now. Just because you said that. So it's your fault. It's all
Reese,
your fault.
Please,
Talk
Reese.
about triggered.
I know, right?
They're actually opening fire on school children back home. I might get shot, Reese.
No, I was talking in a Columbine-style incident rather than state-sponsored violence.
Oops.
Oops.
There's a difference, lol. Jeez, get it right.
Yeah, lol.
I can think of something that could really trigger Reese.
Oh, let me guess. 813 without its safety valve bonnet.
A pannier and LMS brew.
Now that wouldn't look bad, actually.
Damn.
Yeah, see? People think just putting Great Western locos in LMS livery will trigger me, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. Because if anything...
Well, it did not that long ago.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I was just joking around.
Black. Black.
Everything looks good in BR Black.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of GWR sucks, but whatever.
Oh!
And that's coming from who exactly?
Strictly speaking, I can't dislike Great Western because my granddad worked at Old Oak.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, if you diss anything to do with the Great Western, he'll turn in his grave, won't he? Unless, of course, he's not in his grave, in which, oh god, I've really dug this hole deep. Right, I'm just going to keep talking and gloss over this. So we'll...
Go and enjoy some magic white power dust.
White magic power dust.
That's
the
it.
only fuel for your locomotive. Mr. Davies' homemade white magic power dust. Paid for by state-sponsored violence.
Trains 1922 says someone is being sheepish. But I think what could really anything GWR and LNER livery that might mess with you.
Well, no, I mean any loco that gets painted in Great Western, you just improve the look of the loco. To be honest, doesn't matter what
That's a
company
point.
it is. If you put Great Western on the side, it's a much better loco.
In which
I said
case,
LNER on a Great Western.
in that case then, do a Super Pug in Great Western livery then.
I've been trying to convince Mr. Wilson to do that for me, but so far he has resisted.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It seems every developer
Jesus,
out there
please.
wants to resist. They resist
Doug
the Great
Studios is
Western way.
back.
Doug Studios? Who's that?
Who?
And he still wants us to visit the Llangollen Railway.
Oh, it's not that creature, is it?
Dude, seriously, with the... He's back again, visit the Llangollen Railway. Dude, don't. Just forget about it.
Yes, I will go to the Llangollen when the 31's out. When I'm bothered.
He won't be doing that again.
Is there no way of banning people from live streams?
You can mute them.
Apparently I can't. Which basically hiding them is muting them.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people who are actually muted from commenting on my channel.
Yeah,
But not
he said
enough,
who knows
apparently.
How many? Didn't we hide Doug Studios before?
I can't
I
remember.
remember.
Probably.
I was going to say he did have a timeout.
I remember when we did. I think it was the 812 stream several months ago. Reese, you and me, with Littlewood joining us for a little while. He kept saying, "Visit the Llangollen Railway or visit the Severn Valley Railway." And then I decided to say to visit the Penwith Valley Railway, even though it's not real.
Yeah, everybody, visit the Penwith Valley Railway on your computers.
Okay.
All you need is to buy
Yeah,
Train Simulator and download a lot of DLC. Right, where are we? We're coming up for Advi. Oh, we're going past the cemetery. That's some interesting.
I'm dead, lol.
I'm dead, lol.
I was only watching that earlier on today, thinking about.
Well, on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Oh god. If anyone has got the original GCSE movie file, if they ever downloaded it, then I would love to get it back because mine has disappeared.
Yeah, that was quite funny. But the other question I've got to ask you, Reese, is how come you're not going to upload Flight of the Phoenix?
It's because of Facebook.
Oh, copyright or?
Well, there's that as well, but Facebook limits you to 45-minute videos.
Oh, right.
So you're not allowed to do anything more than that. So I would have to break it down and split it into like 3 parts. And to be honest, I can't really be bothered with that.
Fair enough.
It's not really relevant to what I'm doing on YouTube. I mean, maybe if I have a day where I'm not doing anything, I might, but yeah, we'll see.
Fair enough.
And the other problem is the actual Flight of the Phoenix movie, the original file, which is the only file I've got left, which was not the one that got uploaded to YouTube, funnily enough. It did feature music by Dire Straits, which instantly gave it a copyright strike and meant it couldn't be played anywhere in the world. So that version nobody ever saw.
So you obviously didn't get your money for nothing.
No, I didn't. I like it.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, never mind. I thought for a second there, I thought I was looking at a thing about John Wayne, but nope. I don't know that actor.
Be careful what
The
you
other
wish
actor
for,
I was talking about.
punk.
That'll be the day.
And brakes off, please. There seems to be an awful lot of people on this 2-coach train that I'm pulling. A lot of very modernly dressed women. Very liberal, considering it's supposed to be 1956.
Oh, I see. Oh yes, we're getting very, 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 very drunk. That whistle on that loco reminds me of Met 1.
Metropolitan number 1.
Correct.
I seen that
I like-
thing doing like 50 mile an hour on the Severn Valley.
That isn't the sort of thing you want to say loudly in case there's any railway inspectorate watching, but oh well.
Why? The section,
yes.
the section between Bewdley and Kidderminster is set up for 50 mile an hour running. Not
Only
on,
in...
yeah, only empty coaching stock, not on passenger runs. But
Oh, right. In which case, okay, I'll take that.
yeah, the section between Bewdley and Kidderminster was upgraded with like flat bottom rail and everything, and it was certified by Network Rail because they did it as part of like a training project, I believe.
I thought you meant that it was doing that during a gala or something. It's like,
No.
hang on a minute.
No, it was before when it was first restored to go back on the Metropolitan, to go back underground.
Oh, yeah.
They did like a high-speed trial run, so the loco ran light engine a couple of times between Bewdley and Kidderminster. And I just happened to be going past on the way home, because me and a colleague had been up to Bridgenorth to see, to take a spring from a loco, which needed to be machined. And we took it to the workshop at Bridgenorth, and then on the way back, the guy who was working that we spoke to was like, "Oh yeah, Met number 1 is going to do its trial run, so we're like, go watch it if you want." And we were like, "Okay." So we just parked up on the road by Bewdley and watched it.
Some nice pubs in Bewdley.
Yeah, the Severn Valley Railway is a beautiful railway. I just love the atmosphere all along the route. It's a stunning place.
I was there last Friday thinking.
I want to go back. Thing is, I could, like, one day when I'm either driving to or from Wales, from Hull, I could stop in on the way, as long as I have enough time, and get a run in. Although I remember I went there with Andy once. I picked Andy up, because he was on holiday somewhere in mid-Wales. I drove up there to pick him up, and then we drove to Kidderminster to get a train. And we were running so late because the sat-nav decided to take us through the back lanes and beyond. And we arrived at Kidderminster with about 2 minutes to spare for the departure. So we just came running in on the platform, and they said, "If you want to get this train, just jump on and pay the guard when you see him." And we're like, "Okay." We just dived on the carriage. I think the loco was Sir Keith Park as well, West Country class.
Oh, 35.
I can't remember.
18, is it?
Yeah, something like 34018 or something, isn't it? But
Sounds about right. Again, as I said earlier on, I have limited knowledge of steam engine.
oh, you were diesel veg.
Correct.
Fair enough. I'm only diesel.
I'm partial to Great Western and the odd bit of Southern, so.
That's okay. I'll just make fun of you for being diesel veg, but yeah.
And I'll just make fun of you for being Welsh, so.
Yeah, so it's a two-way street. Just went past Ivor Roberts' car.
Rip. I've still got that Gary the Steam Engine video quote stuck in my head.
Which one now?
The one with "I'm dead lol" in it. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, that's the what's it called?
Randoms, I think it's called.
Total randomness.
Yeah.
Because it starts off with the bus that's hanging over the edge of the model railway baseboard. It's
That's
like,
the one.
ah!
Yeah.
That was just a bunch of total random bollocks, which while I was making something.
I'm not gonna lie, Reese. The song, the one with all the guys around the coffin singing that song, I think that's what's going to be played at your funeral.
Most likely, yeah. Now, I've already decided what's going to be played at my funeral. It's going to be I Vow to Thee My Country, and I'm going to have a Union Jack placed over my coffin. I'm going to be put on the stern of a ship, and with a full guard, a 21 gun salute going off, with guys shooting in the air as they lift my coffin and dump it in the sea.
Sounds quite. Isn't that a tradition for something?
Yeah, for sailors.
Alright.
Although, to be fair, nowadays it probably won't be a coffin that they dump overboard, it'll just be a big pile of ash.
Fair enough.
I've got an absolutely horrific story about that while I was working on cruise ships.
I suppose I better go and get my sick bucket ready.
Yeah, have your sick bucket ready. But regularly on cruises, people do come on board to do burials at sea, and people get upset when we say no. And the only reason we would say no is because there are regulations which need to be followed, because it does have to be recorded in the garbage record book on the ship. Because you're making a discharge of garbage into the sea. So discharging ash into the sea does need to be recorded as garbage. So people get really upset when we say you can't just do it, it has to be done properly, because if you have to do it outside 12 nautical miles from land as well. If you do it within, the ship can be fined and the person can be fined and put in prison. So a lot of people decide, because of that regulation or because of these rules, that they're not going to follow it, and they just take the urn to the end of the ship and just dump the ash. What they fail to realise is that there's a certain effect on board ships with the windage, and the wind kind of goes over the ship along the superstructure where it speeds up. I think it's Coanda effect it's called, and the wind actually speeds up as it's forced over the deck of the ship, and then it goes over the stern, and because of the difference in pressure forces it to sort of come back over and do a loop. So when people go to the stern and they decide, I'm going to just throw my ashes in the sea, what they fail to realise is that the ashes will quite simply, instead of falling down into the sea, do a big spiral and land right on top of you.
Excellent.
And we had a woman who had lost her husband the year previously, and he was in the US Navy. And she decided that she was going to bury him at sea without letting anybody know. So in the middle of the day, there's about 200 people on the back of the ship sunbathing and swimming in the swimming pool. And she decides to open her little urn and throw him overboard without anybody noticing, except for the fact that the ashes flew up in the air and spread themselves over 200 people who were swimming, sunbathing, and enjoying their nice drinks on the back of the ship in the Caribbean sun. So, all of a sudden... Would you like some dead... Yeah, 200 people absolutely freaking out and losing their shit after being covered in dead person's ashes.
Would you like some dead person's ash on your dinner, sir?
It was. People were eating.
Oh, lovely.
It was a disaster. I was called to go and find out what was going on, and when I arrived, there was just people freaking out. So I was like, what the hell? And they're like, oh my god, and I'm just like, oh no. I'm not doing so well. I've let my fire die down too much.
Have you not put coal on?
I have put coal on, but I've let it die down to such a point that my boiler pressure is now 72 pounds.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm still moving, and to be honest, I don't... Oh, no. Stop. Don't overshoot. Alright, I'm good. I don't need a whole lot of steam for this run, to be honest, because we're only pulling 2 coaches, so we'll probably be okay. But, yeah, I have basically let the steam go down too far.
Hmm.
Is James still there, or has he died?
Well, he's still showing as active. Oh, there he is.
Lol.
Hey!
Or about Mr. Lol, is he still there, or is he gone?
He's still in the call, but he's muted.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Unfunny content creator. Welcome to the dead person's ashes. Would you like your ashes with your sandwich?
Fair enough.
What time is it? It's only 9:30, but I'm exhausted. I feel like it's 11 o'clock at night.
Well, that's the time your live streams normally go on to, Brie.
Normally they do. They go from 7 till about 10. So, I mean, we've been going for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, so it will be, by the time we finish, about 3, I think.
I think it might be the future catching up to you ahead of time. The exhaustion you're going to have day in and day out after so long.
Oh, you mean when I have a kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. Waking up at 3 in the morning to screaming people.
Yep, that's Reese's kid.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've only got 69 pounds per square inch of boiler pressure, so we're kind of struggling to get speed. I've completely let the fire go down too much. I'm trying to build the fire back up now, but yeah.
All right. I think I can come into an agreement with myself that the first thing used to happen when the kid's old enough, teach him or her how to hate the Great Western.
No. If that's the case, they can go and live in a fucking abandonment
Move to Canada.
shelter. Yeah, they can go move to Canada for all I care. You have disappointed me, child. Now go and live in a boarding school in Canada. Don't bother writing to me because I won't respond.
You do realize Hannah would kill you for that?
No, she wouldn't.
I must admit, for your standards, Reese, that's quite low, because I would have thought boarding school in Chernobyl would have been your standard.
If there was a boarding school in Chernobyl, I would have sent it there, but unfortunately it got closed down, so yeah, that's the only reason.
But why Canada of all places?
Because Canada's probably one of the only countries left in the world where there is boarding schools.
Oh.
There are some over here, because I went to one as a secondary school.
Yeah, there are a couple, but I imagine you gotta pay for them.
Well, mine was a special needs school, so...
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is it's still paid for, but not by you.
Yeah, oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Although I suppose technically all schools that someone has to pay for it, whether it's public or state or like private, it doesn't matter. Somebody will pay for it somewhere, won't they? Oh god, fire, come on, build! I need a bigger fire. Right, shoveling. It's time for more shoveling.
I was going to say, why don't you hang fire at the next station and then shovel more on there when you stay?
You know, for someone that doesn't know much about Steam, that's actually not a bad idea.
It was just a thought, but oh well.
But you know, Reed, Maybe you shouldn't say more fire when your kid's old enough to set things on fire.
Well, if my kid is anything like me, it'll be a pyromaniac. Just like what I am. Because I was...
Oh, Lord help us now.
Yeah, I was a pyro and my child would be a pyro.
Can imagine in about 20 years' time, you and your child will be doing live streams at the same time as you, and you'll be abusing each other over online.
Oh no, we'll be playing games like PUBG or Hell Let Loose, and I'll just be like, "Owned you! You suck!" And they'll be like, "Oh, but Dad, that's really bad for my confidence." I'm like, "I don't care! You need to do better! You embarrassment!"
Now sod off back to your boarding school in Canada.
Yeah, now go back to your boarding school, child. And I've decided I'm not naming my children. They're just going to be called child number 1 and child number 2.
Or little. Hang on. If you get 3, it can be big shit, middle shit, little shit.
Little gobshite. That's what I call my nephew. The little gobshite. Chris McBride, yes, there is a Bible in the cab. There is also a bath bucket in case we're violently sick, and also HH lunch. I guess that's Harry Hughes' lunch.
And then hidden deep beneath Reese's Bible is a can of Tennant's Lager.
Yes.
Which is
There should be
violently disgusting.
There should be a can of Tennant's in this cab somewhere. Right, blower is on, dampers are open, full. We're shoveling like mad.
Neil M, yes, the correct word for people setting things on fire is arsonist, but when they're like 3 or 4 years old, you can't really say that to a kid.
Just call them a very naughty boy.
Or girl, if for some odd reason it's a girl setting things on fire.
Well, since we're talking about kids, I had to conduct some ship
Oh, that sounded
simulator.
rather creepy.
It did, didn't it? I had to conduct some ship simulator sessions for a school yesterday. There was a school trip and they came to one of the ship simulators that we've got on the river. And basically we had about 4 of them per session and we had to just let them dick around with a ship. And of course, we were instructed, try and teach them something about ships. No, they're little bastards. All they wanted to do was crash into the nearest thing. Little bastards. £1 million worth of simulating equipment, all high tech and really high spec stuff, and all they wanted to do is go, hey look, there's a cruise ship over there, let's crash into it. Where's the icebergs? That's all they were interested in.
To be fair, that is generally what runs through a child's mind.
Yeah. I said to them all along, I was like, you're not going to be interested in ships, so just, crash into everything. Oh god, now SG Media is butthurt that I'm ignoring him. Why am I ignoring you? I'm not ignoring you.
It's because nobody likes...
This is where Reese Jr. would come in handy in a few years.
What, for moderating the chat?
Says you're ignoring them.
Moderating the chat. Yeah, but my son or daughter will be trained to call all of you a bunch of bastards. So, it's going to work both ways.
No,
I'm not going to lie, I can see that actually being reality.
Chris has brought up, have I seen the HBO miniseries? Yes, that's what I said earlier, Chris. I said to everybody to go and watch the HBO miniseries because it is absolutely brilliant. Neil M 1989 is saying, I agree with you, but as long as you discipline them and show them what is dangerous and what is not, you can prevent fire. That is absolutely true, because while I was always a pyromaniac, I always did it safe. So if there is a way... No, honestly, I was. Everything I did, and I did some crazy shit. Like, I used to blow things up. I was a proper pyromaniac. But I've got all my fingers. I didn't get burned. So there is a way to do it.
Fair enough. But then again, I don't...
He got lucky.
Yeah. And he didn't come across pikeys until fairly recent.
I don't think we've got enough boiler pressure to put more water in the boiler.
Under pressure.
Do 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 do
Do do do do.
I think
Smash.
what you said earlier, Jake, is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to stop for a blow-up because I'm down to £49 per square inch.
Bloody hell.
And what was that? Well, what was that about you getting mad at
Shut
me
up,
for
James. Shut up, James. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about British trains.
Bloody Americans.
Bloody Americans showing up here, always late for every war.
Voting for Trump.
Well, it's a thing called most wars we got dragged into them. We weren't going to be a part of
You
them
did
until
not get dragged into it.
Fuck off.
You were attacked. You were attacked, so you didn't get dragged. Actually, no. America was attacked, but America declared war on Japan. So,
Oh, yeah.
when you say you were dragged into it, you were not dragged into it. You actively decided to join it in revenge for Pearl Harbor, which I do not blame you for one bit. However, as a consequence of that, Germany declared war on you. So yes, you got dragged into the European theatre of war. All right, I'll give you that one. But not the Pacific War. Not the Pacific theatre of war.
Can I just say?
No.
No, you can't.
Hitler did not need to declare war on us, but he did.
Yeah, but he wanted an excuse to declare war on you, didn't he?
To stop him going to McDonald's every day.
Yes, it was the war against McDonald's.
The thing is, we probably wouldn't have been able to win the war in the Pacific had it not been for the fact that Japan missed the repair facilities at Pearl Harbor.
Technically, there is a war against McDonald's on at the moment. It's called KFC and Burger King.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I've been shoveling like mad. I've got the blower on, I've got the dampers open, and I'm still not making any steam.
Have you got enough water in the boiler?
Well, there's not a huge amount, but I am got enough steam to actually inject. So we might actually be in trouble here, lads.
Oh shit.
I don't think I've even got enough steam to start rolling.
Rolling.
Because it's going to use an absolute load of steam just to get moving.
Rolling. Did someone just start singing Rawhide? That was the theme for my road trip earlier this year.
No one cares.
So apparently the loco that I'm driving now is built at St. Bollocks Works in Glasgow in 1900 and scrapped in 1957.
I ain't gonna lie, when I first read that I thought it said St. Roblox.
Roblox, yes, it did. St.
St.
Roblox.
Roblox.
Right, I'm just going to shovel every piece of coal in the fire that I've got. Although the steam generation rate is slowly going up, but it's not going up quite as much as I would like it to. Chris McBride, World War I over, Americans were killed on the Lusitania and America joined the war 2 years later. Well, yeah, I don't know what I think about that, because World War I, people say it was the Lusitania, but to be honest, it wasn't just the Lusitania. It was the Germans were indiscriminately attacking shipping in the North Atlantic. And a lot more Americans died than just those on the Lusitania. There were a lot more ships that got sunk. And that kind of pissed off the Americans quite a bit. So that's why they joined the war.
Yeah, we tried to stay out of it, but then somebody had to do something. Alright, that's it. We're coming in.
Yeah, but you also made an absolute shit ton of money from World War I.
In other words, the pioneers of Trump.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if there's any Americans watching Reese's live stream, I don't care if you're offended. Tough.
Hey, I'm an American. I'm not offended. So
yeah, but James, you've become. I think you've become immune to all our racism, our casual racism, and our casual.
And also know that I said it.
Because I expect it from you guys.
That's true, but then you give it back. So
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, we're up to £54 per square inch of boiler pressure now, and the steam generation rate is still going up. So let's just...
So that's a good sign.
It's going the right way, at least.
The only way is up, baby.
So basically what you're doing is slowly reviving your loco.
I'm just covering the fire with coal at the moment.
Fire. Da da da.
Just covering the fire, huh? Cool. That's cool.
And this black stuff,
to the
which
burning
comes from a
to the
coal mine,
fire.
is
Oh,
called
hi.
coal. This is usually found to be burning in steam locomotives, but you can also use it to throw at old people when they get too old to do real work.
And you can also use it in times of need to abuse little children.
I was trying to make a joke about cool versus coal, but it failed.
It did.
I blame Jake.
Well, fuck you too.
Well, there are certain people who aren't here to blame. Well, actually, one of them is here, but I'm giving him a break for once.
I know, it's
What?
not often that you give me a
James?
break.
Boy, it gives you a
Yeah.
Kit Kat.
Now go find a real railway to enjoy.
Okay. Mind you, I know why one person you can't abuse here tonight is doing. Andy Stovall's probably fisting cows again.
I'm
Yeah,
I thought that died. That little joke.
well, if it died, fair enough, but I was still finding it fair.
Well, we're only up to 56.5 pounds per square inch on the fire, or on the boiler pressure rather. Fire mass is pretty high.
What's the minimum?
To be honest, the minimum is like 0.
Oh, right.
With boiler pressure, because you could, I mean, you'll still have a fire, you'll still have water in your boiler, but you'll have no boiler pressure. So,
Reese
yeah.
is feeling the pressure now.
Under pressure. Pressure down on you.
Enterprise Stobart has actually raised a very good point. The more the boiler pressure is, the more power you have in the boiler. Honestly, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think that the boiler pressure is so low that the blower is not really doing much. Didn't even think about that.
Reese, you didn't think about that because you don't think.
Neither do you to some degree, because you're American.
Yeah, James, shut your mouth.
Fair point, but Reese didn't think first.
There you go. I've stopped shoveling now because my steam generation rate started to drop. And as soon as I've shut the firebox door, the steam generation rate is flying up now, so that's a good sign.
Dooby-doo.
You raise me up.
You raise me up like boiler pressure. I'll come flying down when you are second valve. I don't know, I'm just making that shit up.
To be fair, it probably wouldn't surprise me if that was what they originally wanted to say.
Yes, that is whatever the band was that sang that song. They were thinking about me sitting at, what station is this? Grandtown on Spey East with a Caledonian Railway 439 class having a blow up. That's exactly what they thought of.
I was going to say, surely if you can't pronounce the station name, you would just call it either Bagpipe Central or Kilt Central. Scottish independence fucked up and they all ran.
That's what I gotta do with the bagpipes. Let's see if I...
Oh no, no, no.
Yeah, go on, go on.
No. Somebody step on a duck.
Oh my god. Sounds like a kazoo that a fat bastard sang.
It does actually sound like a dead or dying duck being strangled.
Yeah,
Dying duck.
yeah, I think I'm happy you want to hear that. Yeah, I heard an animal do that once, then they rolled him over, he was dead.
Oh, he did.
Ah, he did.
Oh, he
Come
did.
on, boiler pressure. We're at 62
Yeah.
pounds per square inch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neil
Yeah.
lives to
Oh,
see
he
it
did.
again.
Oh, he did. He's alright.
He's
yeah,
alright.
he cool.
Yeah, he cool, man. And there's also another setting on this machine. It's also the Bill Cosby setting.
Beep, 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 beep. Ghost bang.
Oh, I love the old Family Guy. I've still not seen the newest episodes from the newest season.
Nah, neither have I.
Because I find a lot of the new like the big shows like that, they're always being done on American-only TV networks. So like even if you try and pay to have them, it won't let you because you're in the UK. And it's like, really? That sucks. Flaming Arrow 219 has arrived. Am I late? Well, kind of. To be honest, yeah.
You just missed the ear explosion.
We're up to £64 per square inch. Come on, I need more fire.
Tell me more.
Shoveling. Nope. I'm losing steam generation right now.
SG Media says Reese needed to blow up. Next minute, kaboom!
I've just turned my volume down a bit. Is that better?
It's a little bit lower than it was earlier, which is what generally happens when you lower the volume of things. To be honest, I just want to get moving, because when I start moving, I won't need the blower to draw the fire. So I'm wondering if I should just try going. Maybe that'll raise the steam a bit. Let's see if that works. Go on in. Let's go.
Right away, drive.
Right away, driver. The Acme Thunderer. I've got to try and move off with using as little steam as possible. Can it be done?
Drum roll, please.
Well, my steam generation rate has just gone sky high, so that is a good sign.
Time for Reese to kill his engine. I mean, what?
Because each time you get a chuff of steam, it draws the fire up, so that's kind of what I'm banking on, but I'm also hemorrhaging steam because I'm trying to move off.
Flaming Arrow 219 says, would you consider putting a face on a 66 or a HST?
No. Next.
Yeah.
There's your answer.
To be honest, the problem with doing diesels is I've only got one or two faces, or three. Actually, I've got three faces for diesels, because I wasn't planning to do much in the way of diesels for Over the Hills. To be honest, they were only going to be background or cameo roles. So,
well, my sort of viewpoint from it as an outsider. I was going to say, my sort of view as an outsider has been like the early days of steam preservation, so it would have been steam anyway, because diesels would have still been very active on the main line.
That's true. I mean, yeah, there would have been some diesels. In fact, I am planning to introduce one or two diesels to the series, but I mean, well, look at Leslie, for example. Leslie's the best one. I mean, he's an 03, which has been withdrawn. I'm still trying to come up with the backstory for that one, to be honest. But, yeah.
He's an 03 that kills your fun.
Yep,
yeah,
right,
as proven by the driving class 40 story.
The Western Flyer is here. Yep, Barney has arrived. Barney, he is the fellow making 813 for Train Sim, so he is here, so it's all good.
I thought Barney was a dinosaur from your imagination.
He's the pink dinosaur, or the purple dinosaur, rather.
Oh, you said pink, now I've got Pinky and the Brain's theme song in my head.
The one is a genius, the other's mentally insane. Well, I seem to be holding my pressure a bit.
Chris McBride, you've already said that quote before.
Yeah, for some reason, Chris, if I don't read out the comment that Chris makes, he puts it in the chat again and again and again and again and again until I do.
Simple.
It's
Philip will say this. Fuck off, pal, you wee shite.
You fuck off, pal. Who do you think you're talking to? Let's wind the reverser right back.
I have put Mr. McBride in timeout for 300 seconds. Hopefully that'll give him the hint. We don't want to do that, but when you repeat messages, buddy, that's no bueno.
I've just realised I've been doing a live stream with a lamp in the wrong place.
Oh dear. But who cares?
Who cares?
This is good coke.
So, Barney is on a diplomatic trip to Brussels. I hope you plan on burning down the Reichstag in Brussels. Unfortunately, it looks like my plan to start rolling to draw the fire has not really worked.
Oh no, Pendennis Castle, run!
Oh dear.
I'm just kidding.
I think
Alright,
we're not going to do very well on the building the boiler pressure front.
When do you ever do good on that?
What was Jake saying earlier? I should have had a surprise pannier somewhere to do some rescuing.
Yeah.
That would have been ideal, really, wouldn't it?
It would have been ideal until he pulled out a howitzer and said, "Hey, give me all your money."
Well, I don't want to give you all my money.
9629.
Of course it has to be 9629. It can't possibly be any other pannier.
7714.
Well, apart from that one.
Trucks are waiting there in the yard, tackling them with ease. Oh, for fuck's sake. I blame you for that, James.
I don't care.
But the thing is, though, I can't talk because I was then spending half the time in the live stream chat trying to think of new lyrics for it.
Okay, I better stop that.
Yeah, shut up, James.
Yeah, shut up, James. Go to Canada.
Yeah, go emigrate to Canada and boil your head.
Oh!
I think not, because that's where
Justin Bieber is from.
Oh god, that creature.
Oh, what are you saying to Tom Cruise? I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise, apart from Top Gun. I thought he was brilliant in that. But Tom Cruise is a bit of a weirdo. But when Justin Bieber turned around and said he wants to fight him, I'm just like, do you know what? I would pay a lot of money just to see Tom Cruise knock Justin Bieber unconscious. I would love it.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love it.
To be fair, it's one of those tasks that's not nigh on impossible because you probably put them on the floor with your little finger.
Well, yeah, maybe.
As proven by that paparazzi bloke in London a few years ago.
How much further do we have to go? Still a mile or two. We might make it with our boiler pressure.
So now it's about boiler management, isn't it?
Well, I'm trying to get it so that I'm not using as much steam as I'm not using as much as I'm generating. But the boiler pressure is just simply not going up quick enough. But we will be able to make it at a slow speed.
How high is your boiler pressure, though?
60 pounds per square inch.
Oh, I have no idea how much that is.
Well, it's 60 pounds per square inch, isn't it?
Duh.
Oh god.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be enough to actually inject water, which is the dangerous thing.
Highway to
Why is it
the danger zone.
I've just stuck the injectors on just to see if they'll actually work. Because I need water pretty desperately.
Oh.
Oh, it is
Oh god, I
injecting.
heard my voice. I heard my voice in the stream. God damn it.
It is actually injecting.
Hooray for injectors.
Enterprise Stobart is saying you should keep the blower permanently on when you're moving to increase fire draw. No, that's not actually correct. You should, in real life, you would, as soon as you start moving, you would want to shut your blower off unless you're coasting, because the draw from the draw of the fire from the steam coming from the cylinders should be enough that it would overpower the use of the blower, so the blower would actually be ineffective anyway. However, unless you're coasting, in which case you're not using any steam for your cylinders, so then you would need the blower on. So this whole argument, this whole thing about in train sim you need to put your blower on going into a tunnel to prevent a fatal blowback, is bullshit. It's totally bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to get a blowback, whether your blower's on or not, you're going to have a blowback.
Yeah, just close the firebox.
Yeah, I was going to say, just shut the firebox doors.
Well, even with the fire door shut, you could still have a blowback. And quite often, blowbacks will come out through the dampers underneath.
Hashtag doorlish.
Yeah, exactly. When, was it, Spadmere went flying through with the fireball coming out the cab.
So
I was more thinking that race where you put the baffle plate over the fire.
That was a bloody...
Oh yeah, that was total BS. That was.
It was funny.
The noise you made on that stream.
I had a fucking fatal blow.
Barney wants me to sing a song.
La la la. There's your song.
What kind of song is it?
Danger Zone. Revving up your engines, listen to the howling glow. Stick it into overdrive. Highway to the... Yeah, just sing half a bar behind me, yeah. It completely throws the song off. If you're gonna sing, stay in time. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Stay in time. That's a metronome. Highway to the danger zone. There you go. There you go, Barney. I hope that was sufficient for you.
Barney. No, it was not.
Oh, Edward Bull's here.
Who?
Edward Bull.
What a load of bull.
Oh.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? By the way, Reese, Western Flyer says damn you. Oh.
Yeah. I just moved us.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I feel privileged.
It's gonna get too loud otherwise.
Oh, thanks for that. I do feel quite privileged.
Yeah, well, consider this a rarity. A blessing.
I do.
So
It used to be a rarity and blessing for me until I.
Barney has wrote song lyrics.
Did you pause Train Sim or something in the stream?
Yeah, because I had to go back to the desktop to move us in Discord.
I was going to say, I wondered why it froze.
Yeah, I could. At first, I thought the stream froze, and then I saw you moving. I was like, "Oh wait."
Well, we're still moving. We're doing 18 miles an hour, and the boiler pressure is now 66 pounds per square inch. Fire is doing all right. So we're getting there. The thing is, the more speed I get, the more draw through the fire, and now I am actually pumping water in the boiler. It's going to make the pressure go up a bit more because there's a smaller space in the boiler for the steam to sit. So it has to be at a higher pressure, which will in turn increase the power of the blower, and it'll also help us to generate more steam by giving us more speed.
James, did you just do a chicken impression?
What?
So I think I heard someone go, it sounded like a chicken. Oh, that.
Was it me?
No,
I don't know who it was.
That's my. Oh, that was James. That's him just being.
I was right first time then.
But
Oi,
you know,
oi, oi, oi.
when James does it, it's him being a retard. When I do it, it's a two-tone horn impression.
I was going to say, to call James a retard is a bit of an insult, isn't it?
So that's how you feel.
Yeah, James, you've known this. This is not news.
No, I'm just asking to be sure because you never mind.
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, then I lost it as soon as I started to say it.
Well, we've been going for 3 hours. Unfortunately, it has taken a little bit longer than it normally would because I've had some steaming issues. This was mainly because I wasn't paying enough attention to the fire.
And because he sucks at firing a logo.
Well, the thing is, when I do these streams, I don't actually play Train Simulator enough anymore to keep my skills up, if you know what I mean. Whenever I stream or play Train Sim, it's to do a live stream or to film. And because I've done so much filming, with each, like when I'm filming over the hills, for example, every time you do a different take, you click reset on the scenario.
Oh, right. And to be fair, I'm always driving diesels when I'm up my dad's house. It's fairly steam.
Yeah.
Although I do have the occasional, just so I know what I'm doing, because I took off automatic fireman.
Well, that's brave.
Oh yeah, it winds my dad up because he's wondering why the hell is this doing this? Why is this doing that? It's simple. You go on the Fisher Price 2 bar and press this, that.
Sometimes I just find it easier using the Fisher Price toolbar because a lot of the time the actual keyboard commands just don't work properly.
That's true. Although my dad, when I use, because you also get the one where you don't have the control levels, you've just got the route gradient profile and all that sort of thing. My dad calls me a cheat whenever I use that. It's like you should know the. So, well, I'm not. Well, so unlike you, I don't work for the railway, and I'm not a driver. And neither are you. So how are you supposed to?
Well, how much further do you got to go, Reese?
I'm not sure actually. It's I think it's a couple of miles, but we are only doing like 15 miles per hour. But there is a station coming up.
Is there a water tower there?
I don't need the water tower. I just need more steam pressure.
Oh, so you might need to do another blow up.
Well, I'm gonna just roll into this station, so yeah. Hopefully, well, steam is going up a bit quicker now.
Well, I am going to have to go because I got to make a phone call and then I need to take off for what I was going to do.
Unacceptable.
Alright, fair enough. See you later,
Unacceptable. This is treacherous behaviour. If you
Traitor.
leave now, you will be banned from AWP and you'll never be allowed to return.
You're a traitor to yourself.
I'm a traitor to everyone, so I don't care. This is not news. Alright, have fun, James. Thanks for tonight. I'll see you soon.
Yep.
Chill out, mate.
Yep. Later, guys.
I am just arriving in, what is this station? Nanty Bridge or something? Nathy Bridge?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, Nethy Bridge. I think this is like the second to last station anyway, so we got 0.85 water in the boiler, so that's good. We're almost full on the old boiler pressure. And the steam generation rate is really sky high, so I'm going to do a little bit more shoveling. Get some more fire in.
So you could make it all the way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to make it.
He's going to make it.
He's going to make it. Right, how much boiler pressure? 82.9. Yeah.
That's good enough.
Well, it's better than our, what were we down to earlier? About £49?
Sounds about right.
So I have brought it back, but it's taken a little while. The important thing is just getting water in the boiler, because it makes a smaller space available for the steam, well, for the the particles to turn into steam, which means the only thing it can do is compress into pressure. So
another interesting fact about me is not only do I know not a lot about steam engines, I was crap at science when I was at school.
Oh.
So I think I've taught myself some life lessons here tonight.
There we go. So for everybody watching the stream, I'm sorry it's dragging on a little bit now, but we are trying to build the last bit of steam to get back. And at least we've done a full round trip on this the Speyside line. Dooby dooby doo.
Ba-ba-da-ba-dum.
So just out of all the people watching right now, how many of you think you're going to go and download this route now when you finish watching this live stream? Because it is free. It is a free route. You can download it, but you will need a bunch of dependencies for it. I love that song. It is old. Oh god. Right, let's see how we do now.
Right away, driver.
Right away, driver. See, as soon as we start moving, our steam generation rate goes flying through the roof.
That's 4 people looking at this live stream chat that are downloading it. You've got Trains 1922, Daniel Goodwin, Crazy Chimp Productions, and Ash 5756.
Daniel Goodwin is saying he's going to download it when he gets money. It's a free route, mate. You don't need money for it. Barney is lazy, apparently. Barney, that's unacceptable. Go and download it right now. Right, how much further do we have to go? We don't have that much further. I think we will make it. I think it's about 3 miles, 2 or 3 miles. Well, if that's 37... So 10, 20, 30... Well, maybe it is about 4 miles.
Easy.
I mean, we are at least making steam, so who knows. Let's second valve it.
Go for it.
If I open the reg absolutely full, it should draw the fire quite a lot. And it means we'll get up to speed, and then I can shut off, keep drawing the fire. Tureno is saying, do I need any DLC for this route? There is a list of stuff that you need to have already on the website, so yeah, you may need to buy some stuff or download it, but most of it is freeware. Western Flyer is in a hotel. Right, so I can wind the reverser all the way back now and leave the reg at full 100%, which means I am drawing that fire like mad and not gaining too much speed, so that's good.
It's going puff puff.
It is going puff puff. There we go, steam generation rate is really sky high now, that's good.
Very good news.
And we're up to 38 miles an hour. I've brought it back from the brink, ladies and gentlemen.
Round of applause.
Hooray!
Suddenly, Leslie.
The end. That would be a very unsatisfying end to this live stream if I made it all the way back.
Or at least crashing into a third. And so crashed into a Class 37 diesel. The end.
The random placed Class 37.
Yeah, exactly.
Ash,
I must say,
Ash is asking if I can wind the reverser back to 5%. The answer is no, the least I can do is 14%.
I've got to say that Super Pug live stream was quite fun.
Well, the one where we made the episode.
Yeah, the fact that you couldn't get away from the harbour with the light wagons.
Oh, that was horrendous. Just trying to make that work. It was horrific. Because all I wanted to do was for it to move. Like, I didn't want it to derail. I wish I could edit the physics. Like, because I know there is a way to do it, but I don't know. I think Sam Stevenson could probably help me work it out. But if I could change some of the physics on the wagon so that they don't derail, you know, then...
I think if you would have taken off a little bit more on the... Well, I know it's easier said than done, but taking off a bit more on the gentle side, it would have been alright.
Well, that's the thing, is I was literally... With the Super Pug, it's extremely difficult because it's such a volatile little loco. I mean, literally 1% reg and it's taking off like a rocket.
Well, when you were doing some of the filming, it was bouncing up and down the yard like it was a blooming seesaw.
Exactly, that's because you've got the reverser at 100%. If you put the reverser to 100%, it just goes and then flies up in the air. But if you put the reverser to the minimum cut-off, then you can reasonably control it.
Yeah, Great Western Railway, take note, you don't need IETs, you need...
Right, we're on the final leg now, back to the station where we started. So we're... Oh, the boiler pressure is coming up really nicely, 109 pounds per square inch now. Let's stick some water in the boiler. We're going to be blowing off before long, so I'm going to shut the blower off. Shut the dampers. We don't need that much steam.
Sorry, my internet was playing about.
Alright, we're probably 20 minutes late arriving at the end station, but we are going to make it.
He's going to make it!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for travelling with British Railways. Your driver has been grossly incompetent today. However, we'd like to give you this coupon for a free cup of tea on your next journey. We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey. Please do not write in to complain about the standard of driving today, as your letter will not be received. I'd be very good at the British Railways customer service department.
Yeah, I was about to say. Now, would all passengers close the windows, get your bags, and fuck off out the station?
We are pulling into Glasgow Central. Passengers are reminded to set your clocks back 35 years.
And we appear to have arrived in Europe, although it's Glasgow 2019.
This is Glasgow, twinned with Chernobyl. Well, this was a very Scottish themed live stream. Caledonian Loco, Caledonian Route, all in BR era, of course. But hey ho, what can you do? I mean, that's the time period that the route was made in.
Yeah.
Just check that all the points are set correctly at this station.
Derail.
Boat of Garden. Or Boat of Garten. If I derail now, I'll be so pissed off.
Yeah. It'd be funny though, but oh well.
It wouldn't be funny. I would actually start crying. Do you think, like, if you ever run a steam loco on train sim and you get 0 boiler pressure, that the whistle stops working?
Yeah, I do actually.
I want to try it. I've never actually tried it, but it strikes me as something that should be animated or modelled. but I don't know whether it is because I think it's just rather than it be related to the pressure of the boiler, I think it's just like a visual and audio effect. I'm tired now. It's 20 past 10.
Good job I don't start work until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Although I prefer early shifts.
I'm going to check what time I start, actually. I can't remember what time I booked my job.
What's it you're doing at the moment?
Midday call, 12 o'clock. Oh, I'm training to be a marine pilot.
Alright.
Oh, I think we just had another subscriber. I just had the notification.
Boop, boop.
But yeah, basically, as part of my training, I get to pick and choose what jobs I do.
Oh, excellent.
So I pretty much, rather than choosing jobs which involve waking up during the night, I just pick ones with a nice 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock wake-up call.
I take it you also choose which days as well?
Well, as long as I do a certain number of jobs per month, then yeah, I can pretty much choose as I want. So
sounds like my ideal job.
It's good and it's bad because it is. Yeah.
When I say my ideal job, I mean like the hours in your sort of field, like pick and choosing what you do. If I had a job open like that, then it'll be fine.
I mean, it's good and it's bad. It's basically once you're on a job, it's like anywhere from about 4 hours minimum to 14 hours without a break. So it's a double-edged sword. Right. It is a double-edged sword. It can go either way.
Ah, fair enough.
It depends what kind of job you do. If you do a short Grimsby or Immingham job, then it could be a couple of hours. If you do an upriver job all the way to Goole, and stop in for fuel as well, you could be on for 14 hours.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah, have fun with that. So we've arrived back at Boat of Garten at last. Finally, we've got pressure in the boiler, yet we don't need it now because we're finishing. Yeah. So anyway, I think we're going to call it a day there at that. I hope you've all enjoyed this live stream. I'm going to finish by driving off into the distance for no reason because the points will be against me.
Because...
Well, we made it. That's the important thing. So, ladies and gents, we're going to have a parting shot while we say goodbye of the engine chuffing off towards Abbeymoor. And all I've got left to say is thank you very much for watching. Rate, comment and subscribe. Feel free to download this route, the Speyside line, on the link in the description below. Tonight I've been joined by James Littlewood of Problem Productions, James Ellison, otherwise known as James 2.0, and Jake Taylor, who is in the call right now.
Nice all.
So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next live stream. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
And stop.